Oh, come on. We are live. We're having an issue going live on Twitter, but we are live on YouTube. So should be good. We're getting ready to kick off. Plays are in there. We got the WNBA here for a second. So let me know if you can see me. Good afternoon there. Hopefully everybody gets on. Hopefully we get this thing all situated. We got the WNBA at 7:30. We've got the Mystics and the Liberty. We expect the Liberty thrashing tonight. We will see kind of what that. We got a couple plays that are listed basically there on the scroll. A couple things I like. I'm going to ride Kiki again over 20.5 points of rebounds. I'm taking Jonquel Jones over 10.5 rebounds. I'm taking that with OKC. I've got that at plus 114. We're riding an Ionescu in over 2.5 threes. She's on the 3-point barrage lately. Stewie over 3.5 assists. She had 7 assists the last time they played. She also had limited minutes in that game. It was sandwiched basically right between 3 other games. So it was kind of a little bit interesting to see that we got such a small line. I think she destroys this. I've taken the 6th assist as well at plus 480. Astros money line, we're coming right in. I like the Astros. I like the pitcher with Valdez tonight. To go through, let me see. It's been about 20 minutes since I will be honest with you, since I checked baseball. So let me see where we're at in that game right now. Pre-flop, I like the Astros. We're still delayed. Okay, we still haven't played. If Valdez still goes, I like the Astros tonight. But I think you got to confirm that Valdez is actually going to pitch with this long delay. A lot of times when you get a pitcher basically warmed up, stretched out for the game, and then you get a delay, he doesn't go. So you might have a totally different there. So might have a totally different starting pitcher, which changes the whole entire dynamic. So that'd be the one question I'd have with the Astros. The Pirates can't score. They've kind of shown that tremendously lately. They just can't figure out a way to put the runs across the board right now. I actually, again, not the GM of the Pirates, but I would trade Bubba Chandler to a team like the Orioles for 3 or 4 hitting prospects that are ready to play right now that the Orioles don't have spots for. Colton Cowser, Kobe Bio, probably get 2 other guys for a guy like Bubba Chandler because the Orioles have no pitching prospects in their lineup. So I'm going to try to see if we can get the Twitter run here. Yeah, they are on the road. They're hot garbage, but the Pirates at home aren't exactly the greatest thing ever. Pirates come into this game. I think they've lost, 3 in a row? Oh, they beat the Astros last night before that. Okay. Yeah. So, the Astros are a team that likes to just really play. Yeah, Twy, you want to take a look? I can't get the Twitter feed to go. I don't know why. It just keeps having an error. See if you can get that to go. If not, I'll let Holden tackle that at 8 o'clock. But other than that, yeah, I just get an error trying to run the Twitter feed. So we're just running YouTube right now. So, yep. So, yeah, so we'll take a look. We got a lot going on. We got the WNBA kicking off. We got 2 games tonight. We've got the NBA finals. We got the ass kicking that's waiting to happen. You basically kind of wondered if OKC had everything it took to get to the finals. Now that they're here, I think this is just the ass kicking that can't happen. So we'll go over that game in general. There's some things I like in that game. I've got a ton on OKC and OKC futures. So I will tell you right now, I'm not going to do a ton of props. I'm just going to rely on closing things out with OKC money lines. And I think the best bet on the board, if you want to ask me, is what the spread is at 3-0. It takes 2 bets to make, but you can get plus 185 on that. It's going to be 2-1 after 3 games, or you can basically get plus 115 that it's going to be 3-0. And you say, why is that the best bet? Because I don't think it's going to go any other way. The only way it doesn't go that way is if one of the OKC guys gets hurt in game 1 or game 2. So it's definitely. I think we're going to get an NASCAR. I think we're going to get an over game tonight. Guys know I've been on the over 2 days ago. 229, 230. I think we're fine up to about 234.5. I think we're going to get a push game that comes through. The only question where people go, well, how's Indiana going to score? OKC gives up the most corner threes than any team in the playoffs. And I think Rick Carlisle, with a week notice, will have ways to get the offense to basically get and take care corner threes. I love Benedict Mathurin this series. 100% just telling you that right now. I think Benedict Mathurin sees the floor a ton, as he saw at the end of the Knicks series. I think Pacers are going to know they need scores. Mathurin is a true scorer, a guy who can create his own shot, doesn't have to basically be passed open, versus OKC team that we all know limits assist. There, I like the SGA bet that you've heard all along to probably lead the series in assist. That's something I like far from a future play. I like the J-Dub versus Pascal Siakam, with J-Dub the lead, have more rebounds than Pascal Siakam. Siakam struggled mightily to get rebounds except for 1 game in the Knicks series, and it kind of has throughout the playoffs. I think basically J-Dub or not, it's getting 6 to 7 rebounds a game. I think he's going to be perfectly fine to be able to have more rebounds than Pascal Siakam. That's why if you notice their rebounds, assists, we haven't been on it because they've been jumping in them 2-3 points. We're into the 12.5, 13.5. Great move there by Sonia Trone. Gets 2 points. The first 2 points in this game start off. Then we also got another start to a season tonight. No, this isn't the Ocho, but tonight at 9 p.m., we start the CFL. So the CFL starts tonight. Game tonight, game tomorrow, 2 games on Saturday, and I believe a game on Sunday. So Holden should be here at 8 o'clock, Mel. We could talk hockey was there, but we can talk hockey because I killed the first game. I will flat out tell you that. There's a lot of bets I like going forward. I've been trying to look for them. I think they're going to be kind of wagons that I'm going to play pretty much every game in this series. I think it was a great game last night. I feel bad for Florida having a 3-1 lead and not bringing it home. So we'll see what game 2 goes, but it shows they're going to pretty much be in this game for most part. My boy Sammy Bennett continues to score 2 more goals last night. So if you want to know what I think the wagon plays are, 1, block shots. You can play block shots till you're blue in the face. So every Edmonton player had a block shot on defense there. So I parlayed all of them. Got plus 245 to get a block shot. That was an easy win. On the opposite side, basically, if you want to take a smaller parlay, I'm going to be taking Nurse and Wallman 2 block shots. They've done this in 5 straight games right now. 2 block shots apiece. So you can get plus money on that. The other thing is over 2.5 for Draisaitl and shots on goal. Over 2.5 for my boy Sammy B there. And then 1.5 for Corey Perry shots on goal. I think all those are basically going to cash every time. I like Bennett to get a point every game as long as they continue to put it around minus 120. He's just on the ice way too much. He's on the beginning of the ice. He's on the end of ice. So you got empty net chances. I think it should be really good. Yeah. All right. You grabbed the Oilers live at plus 340. That was good. Got lucky on a clearance, but it's okay. But there was an earlier clearance that they should have got credit for too as well. So the game went back and forth each game. Both teams had chances to score. So should be a fun series. Even if Florida gets down 2-0, I don't think they're dead yet. I think that's a long series. And what do we have? So it should be fun to look at. So what's up, Matt? So Matt's been there. We've been doing a lot of tennis today. A lot of various. He's got some futures in Sabalenka. So we let out that. We had some international soccer that we did today. It was a very busy day today. So we also worked. So there. What is your look for Conn Smythe? I have some future tickets on Conn Smythe. I have Leon Draisaitl, and I have, of course, Sammy B. Sammy B, I got a 50-1. So I know your argument is against that you think it will be Barkov, and it could be Barkov, and I know it's kind of a popularity vote. But if you sit there and look at it, Sammy B leads all goal scorers, all players in goals scored in the playoffs. If Florida wins the series, I think he has a very good shot at getting this. He's only a couple points off the total points lead from Connor McDavid, who's up by 1 over Leon Draisaitl. But then Draisaitl's up by McDavid over 1, might be 2 now in goals scored. So someone can correct that. You hedge your Sabalenka 3-1 champ ticket. I will say Coco looked really good, but again, she was playing a much easier competition than Swiatek. So yeah, that's a nice ticket. Sinner's going to be interesting. I think Sinner Djokovic match tomorrow is going to be very good. I think Djokovic can get a set. I've taken that in a parlay with Florida plus 1.5. Yeah, you Barkov at 1,500 is not a bad price right now. But I do think it's going to be the question of how Sam Bennett performs, because Bennett performed better than him in game 1. If Florida continues to win and Bennett is the reason, then I can see Bennett get there. Yep. So should be very interesting. So we've got an early 9-6 game here in the Liberty Mystics game. I love to call them the Wizards. But they're not. Here comes Jones, wide open for 3, and she bricks it. I did see a funny stat, if we like, because everyone likes to joke around with the WNBA. Caitlin Clark does have 17 me rebounds already this season. That's quite a big number in 6 games. She also leads the league in block shots, and what I mean by that means her own shot being blocked. It actually gets blocked at a point of 3 times a game. The only player I've ever seen probably get their shot blocked more would be Zion Williamson. Because whenever you play the Pelicans, just play the other team's power forward and center blocks, because you're going to get some on Zion. And Jones goes down low and gets fouled easy. Yeah, Barkov 11-1, 5.5 plus a parlay at 15-1. Yep. Okay, those are good numbers. There's a phrase going around, a term called me rebound, which means you rebound your own missed shot. She has 17 of those. 39 units on him. Whew. Nice. Yes, everyone tells me Barkov had all the votes is the easy birthday. But if Bennett comes into there where he has scored, let's say Bennett gets 5 goals this series, and 2 are game winners. Bennett gets he's got to have way more goals. He's got to be way more the flavor of the month you see him. If you want to say who had a better playoff, it is Bennett. He could get robbed. I'm hoping for a Jaylen Brown situation. Yeah, he does. Barkov's a great player. There's no doubt about it. Definitely could create. I could be 100% wrong, but at 50-1, I like my price. I have the leading goal scorer in the playoffs at 50-1. We'll see. I'll probably get on some Barkov here if it's up to 15-1 as well. Just got to hedge, because I could definitely have room to hedge. Yeah. Yeah, if you get 15-1, let me see what we've FanDuel actually has. Then on it, we got Stanley Cup. Yeah, there is if you're wondering what my CFL play is, I like Saskatchewan tonight. I took them in a parlay with Montreal tomorrow night. You have to wonder, CFL has a very short preseason. You have 4 of the starting linemen that are out. You have 2 that are out for Saskatchewan. You have 2 that are out for Ottawa. Both quarterbacks are going to be under duress. I kind of like the under with that, but this is CFL. I mean, we could have 4 80-yard touchdowns, so we'll see. Let me get back to, let's look at the hockey futures, see what's out there. Oh, it's stuck on CFL, sorry. I don't know why it's stuck on CFL. All right, here we go. So if you look at the Conn Smythe right now, I've got Bennett ahead of Barco at 13-1 and Barkov at 15-1. Okay, I'll hedge a little bit on Barkov at 15-1. I'm fine with that. I have some Draisaitl over McDavid. I just don't think they want to give it to McDavid 2 times in a row if Draisaitl ends up with more goals. So we'll see. Well, McDavid arguably is the best player in hockey, so it's not a bad place to be. So, baseball kicking off. We got Cubs over Nationals 3-0. Guardians and Yankees kicking off at 0-0. Rangers and Rays kicking off at 0-0. We saw Jack Caglione gets his first major league RBI today on a nice shot. So, yep. He meant Reese. Oh, Reese. Yes. Did I say Clark? I apologize if I said Clark. No, but Clark should be back most likely this weekend. So, yeah. So it'll be an interesting thing to have. The later 10 o'clock game, we'll break that down a little bit there. I'm waiting for Holden to get down to go through the full NBA breakdown, if you're wondering. Holden should be here around 8 o'clock. Please bear with him. So, yeah, a little bit under the weather. So, I think the earlier games go over. I'll be honest, I don't like playing a 6.5. I did play a 6.5 in a parlay, but I'm not a big fan of 6.5s. I have no issue playing team totals generally when we're looking at 6.5 points, or we're looking at I'll play an alt line as well. But yeah. We got a tie game here in the Liberty. And we got NSQ hitting her first 3. There we go. There's 1. Let's go. Sabrina continues the 3-point barrage. Jill Melbourne get blocked by the rim with just her in the rim. It is funny that every one of these girls thinks they're great 3-point shooters. So Inescu's got 2 threes, by the way. We need 1 more 3. This is the type of game, and I've done this with Inescu in the past. I wouldn't take it over 5, but if you want to nibble the over 4 and probably at 5 right now is probably a good chance, because when the Liberty come into a game and they know they're better than the other team, yeah, you can get the Brazil on the money line, Geraldo, because I don't think there's many goals in that game, so that's not a bad deal. The Liberty will shoot a ton of threes, and they're basically just kind of going through the motion for the most part for the beginning of the game until they feel like it's close to the second half, and then they'll kind of blow them up. Yeah. Yeah, I like Argentina after if you were looking for something to play as well. I do like Argentina tonight. They should be able to beat who are they playing? Colombia? Yeah. So you got Ecuador and Brazil playing right now. Obviously, due to the nature of the game, it's going to be a pretty low-scoring game for the South America. Yeah, they're playing Chile. That was who they were playing. I thought they would run right through them. I can't believe we almost got that draw after being down 5-1. That was just crazy. So my food has arrived. Well, that's not good. That's not good. JJ turns her ankle. That is not good. The big fella's down on the ground. Got a Mystic slight lead right now. Kiki's got 6-1. Citron's got 5-2. I think she's going to be a bigger rebounder from here on out. I think that's some ways you can kind of attack her. I think her game, as she continues to grow in confidence, we'll find out that she has so many mismatches on different parts of the floor. So, all right. So you want to play minus 132 on Brazil. Team total. Let's see what I can find. Who's playing for Brazil? Let's find that out first. Are you watching the game, Gerardo? All right. Richarlison's playing. Junior's playing. 18-year-old Estevio is playing. Yeah, they're playing some kids here. Just keep in mind, this is not anywhere near the traditional Brazil lineup.
Did you get your food?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. So, basically on the bench, you got Anthony and Cunha, Martinelli. Yeah, it's still way better than the Ecuador lineup. So I took Brazil pre-flop in this game, but yeah, so JJ goes to the locker room. That's not good for a rebounding prop. Let's see what I can get. So we're 1 minute away from halftime in this game. So it's a minus 122 if you want to jump on board. I'm just going to take that with Argentina. I won't take that straight. I don't want to pay the juice on that type of bet. If you play it with Argentina, you can get 2-1. So I'll throw $25 on that. All right. Gerard, I'm on that with you. So we'll see how this goes. Yep. Mystics hanging tough. I mean, thing that make the Liberty is Jonquel Jones, because she's the matchup that they have that nobody can match up to. Stewie's very good. Ionescu's very good as well. But what puts them over the top is Jonquel Jones, because she can defensively, she can rebound, she can hit outside shots, she could score when needed to. So you got the Mystics up 5. I will tell you, if they somehow win this game, it's going to be very, very bad for me. I just need the Liberty to win. Boom. Kennedy Burke. Bam. So Fox, what you're telling me is JJ was well on her way to covering the rebounds line and then turned her ankle. Perfect. Yep. All I mean, she had 4 rebounds in the first quarter. So, yeah, we were looking good to be able to get 10.5. Yeah, so she's at the locker room. Hopefully there's nothing wrong. She can just tape it up, play with some pain, and go through it. So, big 3 for the Liberty there. So, looking at live lines there. Like I said, Holden should be joining at any minute now. Paraguay is beating Uruguay. That's something that shouldn't happen either. Coming into this game, I will say Paraguay has not beaten Uruguay since 2007. Something to keep in mind. What can we get the draw no bet on Uruguay on? I'm trying to look at who we got on the bench that they can bring out there. Definitely is not like the old Uruguay teams where they just had nothing but solid players. Yeah, I don't know who Uruguay goes to. I mean, maybe Brian Rodriguez, the Club America forward who doesn't play that much because he's been hurt most of the time. But again, I'd kind of be interested in the draw. They played 17 times between now and 2000, and they've drawn 10 of them. So, again, not a strong play, but would be something I'd consider looking at. Bailed out by a foul. It's 22-16. Mystics off to a nice start. We are in a Commissioner's Cup game. This is the Liberty's first Commissioner's Cup game, just to let you know. Washington's second. I will say one thing I liked when I looked around and I broke around Bet365, it allows you to bet individual numbers that you want on the WNBA, which is so nice. Like if you want to bet somebody at an odd number of rebounds, you can bet them an odd number of rebounds. Similar to what you can do in the NBA on stuff, but it sucks that FanDuel, DraftKings, MGM doesn't let you do it. It's like, here you go. You want to bet 8? You want to bet 6? That's all you can. If you wanted to bet 7 or 5, no chance in hell. Oh, let's see what we got. Let's see if we can try this Twitter thing again, see if it'll actually come through. We definitely don't have many people on Twitter. I don't know if I remove it and bring it back, will it allow it? Yeah, let's try this. All right, moved it from Twitter. Now let's see if I can add it back. No. It does not want to go on X. Yeah. So you're telling me we're covering the rebounds and shit, your ankle. Yep. So what's everybody else on? You guys tell me, what do you want for OKC? How many people are betting the NBA Finals game? I know everybody and their mother has future tickets. And everybody had OKC futures like crazy. So I know that we've got a ton of people that have OKC to win the title. I personally gave a ton of OKC versus Indiana, OKC to beat the Pacers, because when you could kindly see that it was going to be that was the best bet to make. Waiting for Holden here. Is this Houston game going to be played, or is it just going to be rained out here? Oh, let's see what we got. What do we got in the chat? OKC minus 19. I like a minus 15, so we're not on this. We're not on the wrong page here. I definitely think they got a pretty good chance to win this game pretty big. Halliburton unders, yeah. I mean, it's been said long and time, their ability to get after it. The only thing I worry about with Halliburton, I like his assist unders. I took that. I'm not a big fan of taking his points because he has the most unorthodox shot that I've kind of seen of a guy who can actually score. That I wonder if sometimes he's just throwing it up. And I think he's going to have some times where he's just going to throw it up. And if it falls, yeah, it falls. So OKC minus 9.5 and the over 230. Okay. Kind of all on the same page. 30 points for SGA and the OKC money line. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a pretty short series. Big 3 by Washington when New York got down to 2. Jade Melbourne. So just got Mission Barbecue brought to me. So that's why I needed Holden so I could eat. Mike Miller. There's a name for the past. He actually turned out to have a pretty decent. I'm going to turn the camera off just for 1 second, guys, while I eat. He actually ended up having a pretty decent career. I mean, not as much as where he was drafted, but still stuck around the NBA for a while. Big 3 by Stewie. Oh, put on the line. Shane Battier. Okay. You're going to go with Elton Brand. Thomas Hill. Are we just naming Duke guys? Well, Mike Miller went to Florida, but yeah. What was the one guy's name? The French tennis guy. That was the center at Florida with Al Horford and Turing Green. What was his name? Center, played for the Bulls. Noah. Oh, what was his name? Oh, what was that guy's name? Who was the Cleveland guard? Andre Miller. I loved Andre Miller. Noah. Yeah, Hakeem Noah. That's the name I was thinking of. Thanks, Tim. Yeah. Who was the Cleveland guard? My favorite Cleveland guard. I'd probably tell you who my favorite Cleveland guard was. Trying to think. It would probably be Donovan Mitchell. If we're talking about played with LeBron. He was like good, but not great. That's like half the guys they had. J.R. Smith. Mark Price. Mystics are hanging around here. Stewie's got 10 and 3. No assist, unfortunately. Inescu's got those 2 threes, and that's it. She's 2 of 6. Kiki's got 11 and 2, so we're on pace for that, so that's good. Citron's got 7 and 2. And we have a Brittany Sykes only with 2 points. Mark Price. Probably like 7 and 10. First tenure before LeBron left. They've had nothing but smaller point guards. I mean, DeJuan Wagner was on Memphis, but he had a cup of coffee with them. Isaiah Ryder was there for a bit. 2007, 2010, Cleveland guard. White guy or black? Delonte West? I wouldn't say Delonte West was good. Black. Okay. Diminutive guard. You're going to make me look this up. Which kind of defeats the purpose. I'm trying to see if my memory works. All right, Eric Snow, David Wesley, Damon Jones, Daniel Gibson. Oh, Larry Hughes. Larry Hughes. No, not Larry Hughes. We're not going with Larry Hughes. But Larry Hughes is a name from the past. Definitely. Damn. Yeah, the point guards were Daniel Gibson, Delonte West, and Eric Snow in his year in 2007. In 2008, they had Wally Zerbiak, Mo Williams, Maurice Williams. I'll be honest with you, I couldn't tell you who Daniel Gibson was. I mean, he's listed on the lineup, but I don't remember Daniel Gibson ever being in the lead. You had Mo Williams in 2008. Daniel Gibson. Sebastian Telfair? Is that who we're thinking of? Yes, Williams. Okay. Okay. He had to go by another name. Maurice Williams. Okay. They called him the Hitman. Averaged 13 points. Had a 13-year NBA career. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think he was with Milwaukee for a while. Okay. That makes sense. All right. That's it. Mo Williams. Okay. I'm going to give Holden 4 minutes, and we'll go through the OKC. Oh, come on, Stewie. You missed that. It's a 3-point game. Liberty going to the line here. Who was your favorite 2005, 2010 player? Mine would probably be Dirk Nowitzki. I was a big Dirk fan. I like the way he played the game. I like the way Andre Miller played the game. If I got to remember 2005. Okay, let me see who was playing there. Oh, nice pass. Liberty back up that. Liberty back up one. Big play. Still haven't seen Jonquel Jones since she went to the locker room. I almost want to bet Stewie's 1 footer lean bank shot. Yeah, it was very smooth. He also seemed to play the game the right way. He didn't bitch and whine. He didn't ask to be traded. He just did what he could do and continued to try to do his best to make his team better. So I was really happy when he got his one title. So, yep. I don't know what we're reviewing here. The girl looked like she got tackled in half court. So, all right. Holden said he'll be here in 1 minute. So hold off. Yeah, we got plenty of time. Oh, I love Mission Barbecue. This is so good. Oh, we got our first. Dejan Stojakovic was a guy I always liked to play as well from an elite overseas passer. Peja could really light up Arvidas. I mean, my days, I remember Arvidas Sabonis, Domantas' father. He was a tremendous player. From being a foreign guy, I grew up with Tony Kukoc. A guy that was never going to be a star in the NBA, but if he came over earlier, would have been known for little. AK-47, Andrei Kirilenko. Injuries really derailed him, but he was so explosive. Turkoglu ended up having a really good career, especially towards the end with the Magic. I mean, we were taking him in times to get double-doubles and triple-doubles. So showing my age a little bit here, but yeah, Turkoglu had a really nice end of his career versus the beginning of his career. But again, he never lived up to what he was drafted. He was drafted as a first-round guy, and he was never a first-round player. So, Liberty got a 3-point lead here, playing without Jonquel Jones. Liberty plays such very good defense in the interior. Big three, and Liberty are back up 6 now. I'm interested to see when the Mystics kind of unload some of their front court depth here. And everyone's always asked me, why do you think they're going to unload some of their players? Because they can't keep them. They're not going to keep them anyway, so they should try to get something for them. I mean, it's a borderline playoff team right now in their first year. You've got another first-round pick that'll be available next year. You've got an expansion draft that comes in this year, which actually is 2 teams joining the league in 2026. So you're going to have 2 players that are basically possibly off your roster. Can't protect everyone. So if you're going to lose them anyway, you should try to at least trade them and get something for them in the future versus having them be role players off the bench. And whoever you get is pretty much who's going to go in an expansion draft as you try to get some draft picks. Oh, good play. Their interior defense. Mystics can't get it inside. Cloud wide open 3. Misses it. Good rebound. And SQ's only shots, she's basically been taking her threes. Now she goes inside and gets a miss. And a 1. Let's go. All right. Holden should be here in a second. Background. Holden, just to let you know, the X feed is not working. So we are not live on X.
Sweet. Awesome. Cool. Sounds about right. Yeah. What's going on, buddy? How are you?
I'm all right. Just trying to eat Mission Barbecue.
Thanks for I like Mission Barbecue.
Yep.
I like Mission Barbecue. We got I don't know what you've been discussing here, but I will say that I am pretty excited about tonight's game. I would say about 25 minutes away from tip off. So anybody on the East Coast is going to be up to like 3 a.m.
Yes. Mel, answer real quick. Yes. Brianna Stewart, I'm there, but they made her rebound total 12. So, I mean, if you want to take a little bit of that, I'm not opposed to that, because if Jones doesn't come in, that's definitely within reach. The Liberty have pulled away a little bit here. They're up 9, 2:46 left. Jonquel Jones went out injured and has not come back to the game. Hasn't even come back to the bench, which isn't a good sign. And it's been a while. So, yeah, I mean, it's tough to get assists if she's got to come in there and rebound constantly.
Okay, we're live on X right now. So good evening. If you're just joining us, figured that out. We got Foxy here. We've got the NBA Finals. We'll be live betting that. How are you doing in WNBA, buddy?
Well, like I said, we had one player go out injured in the first quarter that was well on pace to cashing. Inescu's got 2 threes. We need one more 3. Kiki's on her way. We're doing well for that. Stewie's assist, we could get some help.
That is not Kiki Vandeweghe, correct? It's a different Kiki.
Correct. That is Kiki Arifin.
Do you remember Kiki Vandeweghe?
Correct. Yes.
Actually, he was a general manager after he was an NBA player. Yeah. Good old Kiki Vandeweghe. So let me read some stuff. First of all, we know what the lineup's going to be for the Thunder, but here it is. SGA, Casey Wallace, Dort, Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren. Okay, that's the first thing. Second of all, I did want to get to some betting splits or some betting numbers that are coming through. The most bet player props for tonight, Foxy. This is the first time I've seen a player to score first. Maybe this is an NBA Finals thing because there's a lot of people that just want to sweat this, but SGA to score the first field goal plus 525 at MGM. That's the most bet player prop there is. Halliburton under 9.5 assists, Siakam under 19.5 points, Halliburton under 17.5 points, and Halliburton under 31.5 points, rebounds, assists. That is fascinating. So 3 of the top 5 bets out here in player props are unders. And you don't see that often, Fox. Most people are betting overs at this point. Well, why is everybody betting the under? They think it's a blowout?
No, it's a couple of reasons. One, if you look at what OKC has done to the playoffs, to point guards basically throughout the entire playoffs, from Jamal Murray to everybody. Come on, it's Mike Conley, but they basically did not hit their numbers as points. The assist to score ratio, if you want to call it, there's a stat out there just to let you know. The Denver Nuggets have the best in the league. It was at 10.5, which means a pass to a score. So they averaged 7.1 when they played OKC. Okay. So everybody's betting Halliburton's under on his assist, which I have done the same. Because I do think he's going to struggle to be assist. SGA's assist, I think he's got a real chance to lead this tournament in assists. You saw when I gave that a couple days ago. I think that's there. I'll be honest, with this first score, if I was going to bet, I'd bet Chet Holmgren.
Really?
But the only way I'd bet this is I would bet this essentially first team score. I don't like betting first score because if your team doesn't get the ball, the other team just goes down. And gets a play, you basically are screwed. I like killing this off to just my half of the floor. And the reason I play Chet Holmgren is he's got the better matchup. And I think they're going to try to explore that tremendous. I love Chet Holmgren tonight. I really do. I think he has a chance to hit his 16.5 pretty easily. I don't think there's the foot speed. And this is where I do think the Pacers are going to play around with. The guy I think he gets more minutes this series than in previous series is Obi Toppin. I think Obi Toppin gets minutes, and I think Benedict Mathurin gets minutes. Why? Obi Toppin's athleticism will be highly there. You're going to have an OKC team that's going to go small. You already saw that by the starting lineup. As basically throughout the playoffs, they found a way where they don't really need Isaiah Hartenstein. They just stick him on the bench. He'll come in for a couple minutes, and that's it. So unders on Isaiah Hartenstein is a bet that 100 people are making. Now, the last time we were in that boat, if you remember, everybody took it under, and he said, "Out here, thumb of your ass. Here's 13 points in the first, 9 points in the first half, and 13 points in the game." Somehow, he still went under on his PRA, but those are the one things that you're looking. If I would bet Hartenstein, I would try to get the biggest number I can, and the biggest number I can means I got to bet the PRA. Right. I don't think he sees a lot of time on the floor. I think he's a guy that really doesn't have a place in the series. I think they're going to run up and down. I think OKC's has no issue running up and down with the Pacers. In one way the Pacers have the way to score is everybody knows OKC gives up the most corner threes to any other team. Who's the guys who are going to shoot corner threes? Obi Toppin, Aaron Naismith, and Benedict Mathurin. Okay. So I think those there. So guys don't like it. My sneaky play in this entire series, which we talked about briefly, is Benedict Mathurin. I think 7.5 points is a gift. I think he's a double-digit scorer in almost every single game this series.
I put a football unit on it. So that's how I'm telling you here, buddy. This is not an NBA unit. This is a legit football unit today. Let's go Benedict Mathurin, one of my favorite college players ever. And he's got to be my favorite player tonight.
The other guy who could actually shoot corner threes, and this is a sneaky play because his number's hilarious. If you want to take Ben Shepherd, Ben Shepherd's number is 2.5.
Yeah, you can bet Ben Shepherd.
No, but I've taken
you betting Ben Shepherd personally?
In a smaller amount, yes. I bet $30 on Ben Shepherd at 2.5.
So he just has to hit a 3.
That's it. That's the only thing the guy shoots.
But he might play. Do you think he plays?
Again, he's got a potential to be on the floor. He gets some minutes, but again, it's a risky play. But I put $30 on it. So I'm just going to wait to see what happens. So, yeah.
I mean, his number got bumped up to 3.5 plus 124 on DraftKings. You must be onto something, pal. You must be onto something. Let's see. What do we got going on? Any looks on the total tonight from Bobby Taylor? He's all in on OKC first quarter, first half, full game. You know.
Yes, I like the total.
I got to talk about the first quarter with you in a second. But first, okay, any looks on the total because everything open 8.5 Thunder. Now it's 9.5. 44% of the bets, 65% of the money though is on the Thunder. So a lot of bets on the Pacers, a lot of money that's short money. The total opened at 230.5, no movement. 58% of the bets, 59% of the bets on the over. And that's it. That's what we got for tonight. So what do you think about the total, friend?
I like the over. I gave the over 2 days ago. I think we get an over game. I like the first half over. I think there's going to be this idea where they think they're going to kind of start slow or anything like that. I don't see it. I think Chet Holmgren over 4.5 points in the first quarter is one of my favorite first quarter bets. If you want to play, I've taken him 4.5. I've taken him 6. So I think we get there. I'm not taking the first quarter 56.5 because the first half is 112, I'll just play with the 112. I'd rather that than play with the 56.5.
So Chet to get 5 points.
Yep.
That's what you're betting. All right. I'm in on Chet to get 5 points. An NBA unit. but I'm in on
it's perfectly fine to do an NBA unit. It's perfectly fine to do a Shea 10 points back to the old time.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. Here, let's talk about the first quarter. So the Pacers have had some time off, but the Thunder have not played in ages.
Yeah. So the one advantage that the Pacers have is Carlisle's had a week to break down this OKC team. That's the advantage he's had. So he should have basically everything's on the table. What do we need to hit them with? We're going to run with them because they don't want to go up against the half-court defense. They want to hit shots in transition. Shepard's one of their better defenders. That's why he's going to see the floor. I don't really like the TJ McConnell. I don't think he has a very good series. I think he struggles tremendously. Watch him put up 17 tonight. But I do think that basically that they're going to try to get out and run as possible. And I think when they get out and run, they're going to take threes. And when they're in offense, they're going to be trying to do pick and rolls, anything to be able to get a corner three, because that's what OKC gives up the most of. I don't think they're going to try to go down low. Miles Turner doesn't like to play down low anyway. The problem with if you leave Miles Turner on the floor, and this is one of the switches he could make. The Pacers could go like the old Rockets, that Obi Toppin at 6'8" is essentially your starting center. And we're just going to play that against Chet because his leaping ability and his ability to rebound and say, that's it. Turner, you're going to come in, not going to play as much because when Turner's on the floor, OKC is going to give Chet the ball at the top of the key. Same thing that Karl Anthony Towns did in the last two games and go one-on-one. And just he doesn't have the foot speed to play with him, to stop drives, different things of that nature. I think, like I said, I think Chet has a very big series. He's got a borderline chance of winning the MVP. We do know this is not the hockey. This is whoever has the best playoffs. Now, SGA is going to be tough because he's still going to score 25 to 30 a night. But I think Chet's going to have very big games.
Okay, this is the last time we need to see Kendrick Perkins on an NBA Finals pregame. You know, can we just go out and get Shaq and Barkley and stuff? Shaq and Kendrick Perkins were actually hanging out there. Barkley hates Kendrick Perkins. I hope they get in a fight. That would be great. Just spectacular. Anyways, we got 11 minutes till tip off. He's Foxy. I'm Holden. Smash the like button. You get a second. We'd appreciate that. Let me just update the baseball board real quick. Then we get back to talking about this game. 5-0 Cubs over the Nationals. We've got a big game here from Ian Happ. He's gone deep. He's 2 for 4, 3 RBIs. PCA went deep as well. And then a nice start from Colin Ray. Actually, Drew Pomeranz started as an opener, but Colin Ray has taken care of business since then. Yankees leading the Cleveland 2-0. This game's in the middle of the fifth inning. Cody Bellinger went deep, and Judge has a double and a run scored. There's not a lot of baseball going on tonight. Texas, Tampa Bay 1-1 in the fourth. Kansas City leading St. Louis in game 2 of a doubleheader, 3-1. And then Houston and Pittsburgh in a rain delay. So hopefully they'll get going here pretty soon. What did you think of the NHL game last night?
Oh, I loved it. We talked about it there. I think there's some very big wagon plays that you must play every game.
Ooh, like what?
Draisaitl 2.5 shots on goal. Bennett 2.5 shots on goal. Corey Perry 1.5 shots on goal. Hallman and Nurse over 1.5 blocks. They've done it now in 5 straight games. The entire Edmonton defense take for blocks. It was plus 245 to get 1 block. Everybody in the Edmonton defense got a block. And you see more block shots throughout the playoffs. So it's generally kind of been a sneaky way to bet during the playoffs. And then Bennett to score a point in every game. So
simple as that. Bennett to score a point in every single game.
which is a bet I took before the season started. So the series started. So we're off to a good start.
It was a great game, man. Edmonton got out to that early lead. Florida taking a lead. Edmonton coming back overtime. That was an absolute blast. Absolute blast of a game. And Mel's right. I mean, the NHL has just been so much better than the NBA playoffs. It's not even close. It usually is like that. I just hope we have some competitive games in this series, because on paper, the only advantage that the Pacers have really is what? Coaching? That's it. What are the other advantages they have?
The hand of God, because that's what it seems like they've had in 3 games to win games. That a team of destiny somehow. I mean, again, it's not a team that should be here. But they have found a way. And they've hit shots when you need to hit shots. And I think they need to shoot about 40% from 3. And they're going to shoot enough threes to have their shots to come through. But I think there's so many mismatches throughout multiple positions that, again, I will say the bench of the Pacers could give OKC some issues. So,
okay, we'll see. This just seems like such a mismatch at this point. We've seen teams, these Cinderella teams, just get through and then they take on the better team. I think Allen Iverson with the Sixers 20-something years ago just willed his team into the finals, and then we saw what happened. I'm not saying this is Kobe and Shaq with OKC, but you were saying they need the hand of God. I think the hand of God's about to get amputated. That's what's going to happen.
I agree. That's why I said I think the best bet you can make, now you have to lay some units down to make it profitable, which I've done. I took half my bankroll.
What? That is irresponsible. But okay.
It is very irresponsible. But is the after 3-2-1 OKC or 3-0
Tailed
OKC?
it. I'm going to give you my card right now. So I tailed you on Chet, 5+ first quarter points. Matherin over 7.5 points. Football unit, not an NBA unit. So I will be sweating that pretty heavily. And then on my own, I just took and I parlayed these with a Mets win already. But I took the Thunder to win in 4 and the Thunder win in 5. So I'm in with you. And then I also tailed your Chet Holmgren most rebounds in the series. I like that one too.
Yeah. Barring an injury is the only thing I think that could keep the Pacers in this series to go 6.
And it would have to be to SGA.
SGA, J-Dub, or Chet would be the big one. Okay. I think Chet would actually be catastrophic. He's
the big one, huh?
Because he's the one who has the mismatch. He's the one that allows them to go small. He's the one that their offense is run the best when Chet has been on at the center. So they're running an efficiency of plus 18 when he's playing center.
Wow.
From a defensive perspective, the difference when Hardenstein is on and Chet on is only plus 3 difference. The difference in offense, though, is they only go to a plus 7.
Hey, real quick. We're tipping off in like 5 minutes. Okay. And I just saw the free same game parlay on Bet Rivers.
Yep.
Are the OKC's covering tonight then?
I have OKC covering. I think they win by 15.
15?
Yep.
Damn. That's a lot. I'm going to wait on that side because I really have questions as to how strong OKC comes out. Now they could come out really strong and then forget about it. It's that this game's over. Stick a fork in them. But we'll see. And you like the over on the total too.
I do.
It just dropped to 229.5.
Yep.
Right? Is that what I said? 229.5, 230.5, 229.5. So okay, I could take this thing down to 225.5. Throw a little same game parlay action in there, but I need a third play. What would be your favorite player prop tonight? Give me your favorite player prop.
Can you get BS rebounds at over 9.5 now? Brianna Stewart. Let me look. If it's a 9.5, I'd probably be interested in the 9.5. She needs to put up the same type rebound, but she will because she's going to be on the floor. Yeah, it's minus 116. I like that. I'm gonna tail that. I'll take that at half unit though. Again, I've got so much on OKC. It's unbelievable.
What do you think about Lou Dort getting 2 threes tonight?
I like that as well. There's a chance Lou Dort leads this team in threes for the series.
Really?
Because again, he's going to have the worst defender is going to cover Lou Dort because he doesn't drive for the most part. He has driven a couple times, did a couple last series, but quite frankly, he stands at the line and he just sits there. I think the low key guy to have Miles Turner. I think Turner's going to take some threes. He always does. I just question how long he's going to be on the floor.
Okay. Well, here's my parlay then. Got to get it in before. Thunder minus 7.5 over 225.5. Dort 2 threes or more. Jalen Williams 4 assists or more. Jalen Williams is going to get 4 assists, isn't he?
Yeah, I like his rebounds too.
You like his rebounds too? All right. I take that at 4-1.
Yeah, and I have Jalen rebounds out rebounding Pascal Siakam for the series. If you looked at what Jalen did in the previous series, at home he had 8, 10, and 8. So this game returns back to home. So it's juiced, but he probably has, if you want to take the 8 at plus 250 with a little nibble, there's some value there.
You're down with the nibble action. All right, let's get this game going already. I'm excited. Foxy will be keeping you updated on the WNBA. I don't see any live spots here in Major League Baseball. I don't have the games on. So I will just be watching the finals game tonight. And besides for that, that's the 2 things we got tonight, pal.
There's something else.
Whoa, hold on, time out.
But there's something else. There is some soccer going on. We have some bets that are happening in soccer right now. No tennis. That's not till 9 a.m. tomorrow. We have some football action.
What, with Aaron Rodgers?
No, we have some football action.
What?
We have the start of the CFL season.
Oh, you've been looking forward to this, haven't you? I like that. All right.
Yeah. All right. I like the CFL season. Now, I will tell you, we get a kind of a crap game tonight, but so we get a team that between the 2 teams, 5 of the offensive linemen aren't going to play. Never leads to a positive scoring option there. I like the under. The under has dropped 2 points. I got it at 49. It's down to 47.5. So I do like the under, and I like Saskatchewan. There is a play in the sheet, Saskatchewan and Montreal. If you want to do a little parlay, it's plus 114. You got Saskatchewan tonight, and you'll have Montreal tomorrow. Montreal will play the Toronto Argonauts, who was the defending champs, whose starting quarterback is still out injured.
How do you well, you know what? We're coming up on tip-off of the NBA Finals, but I do want to talk to you about this. So that's a Toronto. So hold on. Give me that bet again.
The Saskatchewan game starts at 9 o'clock tonight.
The Rough Riders.
We're taking the Rough Riders, and we're taking the Montreal Alouettes.
The Alouettes tomorrow. Okay, cool. I loved the CFL when I was little. I have not bet it, so I just put my first CFL bet in.
Oh, me and KG will be on talking about CFL all the time. There's great things to basically take, especially
Who's KG?
Props. KG has been on the chat a couple times. He's the guy who talks to me with WNBA, so we'll talk to CFL as well. He's a New Jersey boy, so we keep up with that. You generally can get some very nice lines. You get some alt lines on receiving, which are great, and you get some really nice price numbers. And a lot of these guys get some massive yards. Yeah.
Mel, where was the show last night? I got some really, really serious shit going on in my life right now. And it's not the wedding next week. So I couldn't do last night. And Foxy took off.
It's like, it was just personal, and we took the night off. Yeah.
Extremely personal. So that's why we didn't do the show last night. We're back on tonight. They're pumped in OKC. They're eating, fried Twinkies. It's easily the fattest crowd in the NBA. Well, I don't know. What's a fatter crowd, San Antonio or OKC? I'm not sure.
Here comes J-Dub taking the first shot. Nope. Out to Lou Dort. Kason Wallace.
All right.
Kason Wallace kick out to Lou Dort. Lou Dort misses.
Oh, boy.
First basket still live.
What do you think the ratings are going to be for this? I mean, is this going to be 2000 Pistons championship low? I think unless this series goes deep, I think they're dead.
I think a lot of teams. I think that for game one's going to be pretty decent.
Really?
SGA drives in and SGA scores. That's the first basket.
First bucket. That was the most bet, right? That was the most bet prop. So good. The books got screwed. I love it.
They've run pick and roll twice with Chet, and both times he's just kept it.
You know what's interesting? The MVP is a mid-range shooter. You don't see it.
I love that. I
love it too. I love it. You know, it's something that's different. So yeah, I enjoy that. So this game is on ABC, right? Or is it on ESPN? It's on ABC.
On ABC.
I need to go plug in my antenna so I can be as fast as you.
And of course, Chet scores right away. All
right, good. We need that, Chester. So that I am up there. I'm actually going to be ahead of you once I get my antenna, and that's just going to be beautiful. It's going to be a gorgeous 4K. Oh,
no one's ever ahead of me.
Oh, trust me, buddy. When I get this antenna hooked up, you're going to be like, stop it, just like I do to you.
One, I would never ever tell you to stop it, like a little girl. That would never happen.
No, Mel, I'm not coming back stronger tomorrow. That's it. I got this stuff to deal with. Monday we're going up. We'll get married on Tuesday. So that's I'm gone next week, and then Foxy's gonna be out. This is our last show for like 3 weeks, dude. With you and me together. Ramon's gonna be in next week, Tuesday, Thursday. What is that? Wednesday, Thursday. And then I will be with Ramon the next 2 weeks after that because Foxy's getting out of town. Did you tell your wife where you're going yet?
Nope. Will not until we get to the airport.
Hey, chat, where's Fox taking his wife on vacation? I don't think we're going to be able to guess it.
I did book my first excursion.
You booked an excursion. So you're doing a cruise. Okay.
No, I'm not. No, it's not.
Cruises are the best.
I do love cruises, but it's not a cruise, and it's a 7-0 to start the game.
Yeah, night. I mean, yeah, the Pacers have come back in every single game, but they're just this is a mismatch, man. There might be a win for the Pacers. Well, and we saw OKC kind of let down a couple of times. I saw it in the Denver series. And then did we see it last series where they just kind of had a letdown game?
Yeah. Yep.
So they'll probably have one. This should probably 5 games.
But my worry is they win both of these home games.
Yeah.
By 15 plus.
Yeah.
And then they kind of let their guard down on game 3.
That's probably what happens.
Yeah.
Or game 4. One of the two. Well, and the Pacers kind of quit in that. What was that? Game 6 against the Knicks? Literally just quit. So this will be fascinating. I think the Stanley Cup Finals are going to be so much better than this series. I am happy that we got the NBA Finals finally. It took a long time, but I'm not as excited about this one as I have been in the past. And really, when you look back at it, and I'm going to tie this into the Nuggets once again, it's really the only team that has given OKC problems. And I wonder how far away they are from, being in a championship contender again. They're a backup center and a bench player away, 2 bench players away from being awesome and at least challenging OKC in the near future.
But you need health too. You need Porter to not really have any issue with his shoulder. That comes through fine. But he had issues in college with that same shoulder, so that's not a great start that he had. Aaron Gordon's a little long in the tooth. You only have probably 1 or 2 more years left for Gordon.
I think they gotta probably gotta keep him though. He's kind of their glue guy.
He does. He's a lot of their energy guy and kind of a heart and soul type guy for your team. They're trying to develop bench players. And they've done pretty good with guards. They just can't get a forward to save their life. I still think Peyton Watson at this point needs to start.
It's time for him to take the jump, man. Third year next year.
Well, and the reason I say this, one, it'd be the fourth option anyway. He doesn't need to score that much, but he's so good defensively.
Mm-hmm. He is. He is.
Well,
Jokic had to play too many minutes and he burned out. Like you can't play him that much. There was a rumor about it. They're like, hey, let's get Embiid in there. Go trade for Embiid. And I'm like, what if Embiid, his body falls off? What are you playing in 10 minutes? And if that doesn't work, then your whole window for a championship is detonated because you're going to have to give up some major pieces.
I don't think so. So I think there's a couple things. So you have the people. I mean, Indiana's clawed back here because OKC got really loose with the basketball. But the one thing they did, which Indiana I think needs to do, and they went off. They already got one foul on Holmgren. They needs to continue to just go right after him and get multiple fouls because I still, and that's what they're doing. Turner's driving on Holmgren every time, trying to draw contact. So that seems to be kind of the game plan here. It's 10-7. It's a little closer.
Okay.
So at least it didn't end up to like 15-0, and we're still looking. Because the one thing you got to remember from OKC, as you talked about, their mid-range shooters, it's all jump shots. It's not a lot of take it to the hole. So you have a game where you don't start off well, and Indiana has tied the game. Andrew Nembhard hits his three. Where does he hit it? He hits it in the corner because completely uncontested. And for whatever reason, OKC doesn't want to guard the corner three. They haven't in any game this series, so not surprising.
Yeah, well, the Thunder are still 10.5-point favorites. Total sitting at 228.5, so it's down a point, and that's about it. My worry was that OKC would come out a little rusty. They didn't come out rusty in the first 4 minutes.
I think they got complacent. I think they got up 7 and they started kind of running. They got 2 straight misses, and threw the ball around and allowed the Pacers to get a basket.
That's the only thing that is going to keep. The only thing that beats the Thunder is the Thunder. Only thing, because the Pacers just cannot keep up with them talent-wise. Yeah.
All right. So here's a trivia question for you.
Okay.
And you're old enough. You're old enough to name the movie. Because I found this movie and I've never seen this before. And the person I know chastised me for saying it. It is an old movie. I'm going to tell you right now.
Okay.
All right. Here's who's in the movie. A young Rob Lowe.
Mm-hmm. St. Elmo's Fire?
No.
Okay. Rob Lowe.
You got to kind of wait.
Okay. All right. You tell me. Rob Lowe, who's young?
A young Rob Lowe, a young John Cusack, a young Andrew McCarthy, and Alan Ruck.
I mean, honestly, dude, it should have been St. Elmo's Fire. Like, and you're going to tell me it's not St. Elmo's Fire, right?
It's not St. Elmo's Fire. Nope.
How is it not St. Elmo's Fire? All right. Who else was in it? Andrew.
So Andrew McCarthy.
By the way, he just had a speaking engagement here in my town. It's like revisit the 80s.
Yeah. So
hold on.
Rob Lowe, and Alan Ruck.
The other one I can think of would be The Outsiders.
Only one word is the title. It's a concept that has been done over.
Like Youngblood. I saw Youngblood.
And over. That would be 2 words.
No, Youngblood, I think, was 1 word. Like Joel Youngblood. All right, what is it?
Class.
I've never heard of that.
I've never heard of it either. I watched it. Actually, it's about them basically stealing the SAT answers in kind of a prep school kind of deal.
Really?
It was on Showtime today, and I was telling my friend that, and she said, "What do you mean? That's a cult classic. Everyone's seen Class."
No.
So I was like, I've never seen this movie ever.
You know what I watched last night in the middle of the night? The Brutalist. Yeah. I didn't finish it because it's a 3.5-hour movie. It's with Adrian Brody.
Yeah, I know what movie.
Did you watch it?
I did not.
I mean, it's a good movie. It's just 3.5 hours, dude. I don't know if I could, because right after this, I'm going to sleep. I'm done.
We finished Sirens, and a couple people that are on our show asked me what show that was. So me and my wife finished Sirens, which was pretty good.
What's that about? Hot women?
No, we talked about that. It was Juliette Lewis.
Yeah.
Person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see?
It's a good movie to watch with your wife.
Movie that came out, the Nicole Kidman movie.
Baby Girl is what you're talking about.
Great movie. Horrible reviews. Me and Casey watched it, and we were like, "Oh, this is a good movie. It's kind of hot."
I haven't seen it yet. It's a little bit there. I really haven't had the time to be able to watch that with my wife. So, by the way, Ben Shepherd is in the game.
Okay, let's go, Ben Shepherd. Let's go, Chet Holmgren. I'm gonna get the antenna at halftime, so you don't ruin the second half for me.
I'm not ruining anything. I'm sitting here watching.
You already did. You already came out and gave me the play-by-play for like the first 8 plays.
Oh, bah.
And you can do that in the first half. But I got to go get my antenna, unless it's a 30-point lead at halftime, which
Obi Toppin's
30. But we need to check the score.
It's good too. We just need a corner 3. That's all we need.
More. Just again, like if OKC just takes this seriously and stays focused, they're gonna win. They're gonna win this series easily. But look at the talent discrepancy on the floor. So you were saying that where do the Pacers have the advantage on the floor?
On the bench.
That's it. And OKC's really deep.
They are,
but one starter where they have the advantage, the Pacers.
Correct, but if you're talking about Case and Wallace and Wiggins there, Wiggins is a scorer. Okay, I'll give you. But no one, Mathurin, I still think is a better scorer than Wiggins. Obi Toppin, there's nobody technically that they have coming off the bench that could play with Obi Toppin. Maybe Caruso would probably be your guy that you try to match up with him. Yeah. All right, Chet gets blocked by Miles Turner.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
Come on, Chet. You can't be getting blocked.
And that'll be interesting. When you go, it's going to be Thomas Bryant versus Hartenstein if Hartenstein does come into the game.
Mm-hmm.
I just, the TJ McConnell depth here, I just think that's where you have the advantage here from a Pacers perspective.
Mel, I just want to throw something out for. Want to throw something out from Mel. She's like, Panthers puck line's juicy at plus 240. Can we go to the empty netters again? Can we get to the empty net goal? Is that something we might want to look at? I don't know.
If you're taking the Panthers puck line, I take the empty net goal. I think, you're going to have a chance with that in any hockey. You just are. And you get plus money on it too. So the amount of games that have an empty net, here comes Chet inside, kicks out.
Come on, Chester. Don't make the first bet lose. Give us some good mojo, Chester. What's he coming out with? About 2 minutes?
Probably 3.
So he's got about 2 minutes to score.
Yeah.
How did he miss that layup and not get a foul?
He's tried twice.
He's not getting any calls.
Miles Turner might get 5 blocks this game, but yeah.
Maybe we should bet that.
Yeah, they don't let you bet blocks live, which sucks.
Yeah.
I'd always blocks and steals would be something I'd love to be able to bet live. They never let you.
They took Siakam out pretty early.
Again, he's a guy that I worry about where his feel is on this game. So who's dictating pace? So you've got OKC up 4 now. The one thing you really got to look at is, you hate to say it, but a lot of NBA games are won by the team that can get to the free throw line.
Oh.
OKC's got guys that can get to the free throw line. For the most part, the Pacers really don't. Halliburton doesn't get to the line that much. Nembhard doesn't get to the line that much. And Naismith never gets to the line. That's so when you need to get a basket, that's kind of what OKC's bread and butter is, SGA's ability to draw fouls and get to the line. All good scorers do. All good scorers get to the free throw line. So, So we've got Liberty up 12 heading into the third quarter. Stewart's got 9 rebounds. So if you tailed the 9.5 from Mel, we need one more rebound to cash. It'll make up for the Jonquel Jones bet, which she hasn't got back in the game. I wonder if she broke her ankle.
Wow,
so
that's heavy.
That would be big, yeah.
So we got Gerardo on Brazil, team total over a half a goal.
Yeah, that was his live play that he took with Brazil. Brazil is playing a very bad Ecuadorian team. The problem is it's not the great Brazil team there. Brazil really hasn't been playing that well at all. I mean, Ecuador has actually been outplaying them throughout the game. More possession, more shots. They're perfectly fine to let this go into extras and probably advance. It's not their normal top line unit there. We talked about the Paraguay-Uruguay game that's also taken place. Paraguay hasn't beat Uruguay since 2007. Well, now it's going to be 2025. They're up 2 goals. So, yeah, it was a small bet. I said I only took the over 0.5, and I took it with Argentina.
It's 8:25 now, by the way.
Well, because
there's 1 minute left.
Yeah, it's probably – well, it's not really 1 minute.
Well, you'll have injury time. So maybe, 7 minutes left?
Yeah, you're just going to have – I mean, you got Julian Alvarez is going to start for Argentina tonight. He's going to play with Giuliano Simone. But all these teams are throwing in these 18, 19, 20-year-old kids into their starting lineup to show that this is not something that – you're not seeing Messi play in this game. You're not seeing Messi – he could play in this game because he is on the bench, but he's not starting in this game. He's not going to make massive minutes. They could kind of care less for the most part. Argentina has already got this wrapped up for the most part. The winner of this qualification for their South American World Championship. So there's not a lot in this there, but I still think Argentina wins the game.
Who's the next head coach of the Knicks? And don't say Michael Malone, because he is basically Tom Thibodeau, who only plays veterans and doesn't play his bench.
I don't think it's Michael Malone because I don't think he'll get along with ownership.
Okay.
If you ask me who their wish list is, their wish list, I think, is Jay Wright.
Yeah. And then that brings another question, like, can that guy coach the NBA? Because not every successful college coach could coach the NBA. By the way, Holmgren just went to the bench, so
yep.
That's a lot of time left to sit him. I wonder if it's because he was just ineffective or what.
I think you just got a free timeout, so he could come back in before the end.
I hope so. We'll go hit a 3 and then we're set. But Caruso's blocking Neesmith. This is wild. A lot of blocks in the first quarter. Mercy.
I do always sit there and look at this. So Lou Dort right now is your leading rebounder in this game, just to let you know before.
Yeah, he already went over his rebound, right?
Oh, yeah, it was 3.
He went over his rebounds, steals, and blocks in the first quarter.
Yeah.
It's impressive. So, should have been doing a little Dort.
Not really shooting. Should be a Halliburton throw up here soon.
And we'll get Matherin in there in the second quarter, you would think?
Matherin will come in shortly here when Halliburton comes out.
Okay. Very good.
But this might be played differently because SGA plays the whole first quarter. So they may match up Halliburton versus this. Right now you got an Isaiah Joe sighting for OKC.
Yeah?
Yep, he scored.
Okay. The other big story in sports today, Aaron Rodgers finally decided to make up his mind and sign with the Steelers. So this he's cooked. I mean, it's better than Mason Rudolph, maybe, but he's cooked. Stick a 4. They should have taken Shadur. They should have taken Shadur.
I don't think so.
They had 10 chances. I mean, come on. They're going to have Rodgers for 1 year, and then you're going to have – and then you got to go draft a quarterback again.
Yeah.
They win 8-9 games, they don't get a great quarterback.
No. I mean, could you have taken Shadur late? Yeah. Everyone should probably have taken him after
the 4th round.
Yeah. Even if you had a starter, like if you were Detroit, you should have taken him. And just set him on the bench here. You're going to listen to Jared Goff. Similar way, Halliburton gets his first 3 because no one on OKC wanted to guard him.
Literally nobody. Caruso came over late. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Oh, you know what I had today, which was delicious? I had an affogato.
Oh, what's an affogato?
Affogato is espresso over ice cream.
Okay.
And the ice cream is usually vanilla, but today it was almond. It was the most delicious affogato I've ever had. I love it. All right, let's see here. Pretzels. And Pretzel was making fun of me in the chat yesterday. That's not nice, Pretzel. My feelings are so hurt. We've got Gerardo talking about soccer still. That's good. We like that. If you got any best bets, you got any questions about the live bets for tonight's show, you want to talk hockey tomorrow, go for it. Hit us up. Throw it in the chat. Smash the like button. If you're watching on X right now, come on over to the Nuke the House YouTube channel. You can interact with us. That'd be really nice. We'd appreciate that. So Indiana's just not scoring.
Yeah.
That's.
I mean, most of their score have been wide open threes, though. That's the only question there. They're shooting well from 3.
If they're not going to guard them,
yeah,
then they can hit threes. But I mean, they got 13 points. Neither team is really scoring, but the live total's got to be way down.
It is, because the issue is Indiana's not scoring. So the pace of this game is also not up either. So you're down to 218,
217. So here, is this a get in opportunity?
I gotta see the pace back up.
Get the first quarter, get it off, get it out of there, and all right. Matherin's in the game with 2 minutes to go, so that's good for us. Come on, Benny, get us some points, bro, Chacho.
What is this? Turner's second foul or first foul?
Turner has 1 foul. The only fouls in the game so far, we got Siakam, Turner, and Toppin. And then Holmgren has 1. It'd be nice if they brought Holmgren back in. He could hit a 3 here for the end of the quarter.
Kiki's got 20 points and rebounds. We need 1 more. Yep.
20 points.
You love for me to put the thing. No, she's got 13 and 7.
I just like it when you say WNBA, so people are like, who the fuck is Kiki? What are we talking? My daughter's best friend's name is Kiki, you know?
Okay.
So you're like, she's got 20 points. I'm like, I didn't know she was playing basketball. Great kid, too. Wonderful kid. Love Kiki.
Okay.
Big fan.
Oh, I did watch your Mountain Heads show. I watched the first episode.
I still didn't get to it.
That was terrible.
It was a bad movie?
Is it a movie or a series? I think it's a series.
Oh, is it? Well, I never got around to it. So there's a whole bunch of movies on the list now that just
there's a lot of people in it, and it's just one of those really like, I wouldn't say dark comedies, but just really slow comedies.
Oh, all right.
Like sophisticated writing makes it funny.
Okay. Hartenstein.
So what'd you think of Last of Us finale?
I didn't watch the finale.
Oh, you haven't watched the finale?
Was it good?
I'm not allowed to tell you anything.
They lost 40% of their audience after what's his name left.
Well, if you played the game, you knew he was going to left.
Yeah, but nobody plays the game. People are just watching it. I'm not a gamer. 90% of the people watching that probably aren't.
It was $1 million. I mean, Last of Us game sold tons of things. It was a top 25 game.
Nobody that plays that game.
Well, one, that you haven't played that game because it hasn't been around for like 10 years.
Okay.
Part two came out in 2020. The original game, I think, came out in 2017.
All right. Is he back in the finale? Is he in the finale? Just yes or no. Is he back in the finale?
No.
Okay. Then I have no interest in it. The only one I liked since he died was the one where he came back and you didn't like that episode. I liked it. They just wrapped it.
It was a filler episode.
I have no interest in watching the finale.
Well, Last of Us sold 4 million copies for PlayStation 4 because that's what it was.
Oh my God. That's a long time.
Yes. So
25-15 Thunder up by 10. SGA has 11-2, so he got his 10 in the first quarter. Chester's not going to get his 5. We've got
the part 2.
Lee Matherin's on the floor. That's good.
Part 2 was the fastest selling physical PlayStation 2 game sold.
PlayStation 2?
No, PlayStation 4.
PlayStation 2 was like what, 1998? You want to know what's funny though? My parents are old.
I had a PlayStation 2 in college.
My daughter was 5. My parents bought him a PS5.
Yep.
And I'm like, we got to return this. There's just nothing we can do. If I buy another console, I will play video games all day, and I just can't do it. It's just not healthy.
Why would you do that?
I said, it's fine. We'll take the cash. We'll do whatever. We'll return it.
Buy her a Switch 2.
Huh?
Buy her a Switch 2. It's at least active.
Switch 2?
Yeah.
How much are those?
Same as the PS5. I mean, a little less, but yeah.
I mean, what's the one where you can just carry it in your car and play in your car?
Switch.
The Switch. And that's what, like $400?
I think it's $299.
Yeah. I bought one of those throwback Nintendos when they came out like 5 years ago. But yeah, it was fine.
I mean, we play the Switch 2 as a family at different times. My wife likes to play Bomberland, Manland.
Okay.
And like the Nintendo Switch sports and stuff like that. You just can't play anything with my son.
You can get a Switch 1 for like $200.
Yeah, because the Switch 2 just came out.
Yeah.
So, but get the Switch 2. Don't be that dad.
DB Gnarly also did not know it was a game until his kids told him. You know what? The kids have phones. They're fine.
Got the Stewie. Good call, Mel. Way to keep up watching that. Good job. You did better than me on that. Good job. We got the over 9.5 rebounds.
Yep. For WNBA.
For WNBA, yes. There is one issue on the Kiki play, though. For WNBA. One, it's a 16-point game. Two,
she has laugh for the first time today. Thank you. That was funny.
2, she has 5 fouls, and OKC somehow has pulled out to an 11-point game. Now I'm down to 8.
Okay.
Totals creep back up to 223 because somehow we're going to get 50 points in this first quarter.
I mean, see, that makes me want to bet the over since we're still a few points off the close.
Correct, and we're not playing with any pace. And the question is if the pace ever comes up.
So, 224.5. We're still not playing with pace?
No, what we're playing is we've hit some threes. And the OKC has done a good job getting to the free throw line.
So there's no reason to bet the total then?
I nibbled. I put 25 on it.
At what number? What, 224.5?
222.
Oh, yeah, that's too late. I'm not going to bet a 224 when you got a 222.5.
Yeah.
223.5 at DraftKings. I mean, I have to hope that there's just no scoring on this last possession, maybe to get it down to 2. It's probably going to stay at 223. Come to think of it. Yeah. 224, 223.5. That's what we got on the total. So we're coming down on the end of the first period.
Yep.
224, 220.5.
He didn't get it off, did he?
220.5. Oh, I got to bet this.
Well, that's because they didn't get over 50. SGA missed the free throw, and then Indiana fumbled the ball, and then SGA missed that.
That's 2 points. There we go. 220.5. You know what? That's 8 or 9 points off the close. All right, live bet. I'm taking it. Recreational purposes only, of course, but over 220.5.
I do think OKC gets away with fouling a lot more than other teams. I feel like once you have a reputation for playing good defense, some reason you're allowed to play a little more physical than other people who get called for everything. So
91 days till the NFL kicks off. Are you excited?
Yeah.
You're a really good NFL bettor, by the way.
I like the NBA. I like college football better though, but no. So I'm more. You asked me what I'm more excited about. It'd be for college football.
Good. Well, you'll be doing a lot of college football this year if you want to.
So,
a lot.
We shall see. Maybe stuck in Florida for a while. So
yeah.
So
what,
as soon as I get
can't
back,
do show from Florida? Come on, man.
Oh, I can do the show from Florida. I just only have one book.
Hard Rock. Oh,
that's what I have. I have Hard Rock. So, would you like this number or would you like this number?
That is brutal. Well, I mean, you'd give the number out, but
yeah, I can give a one. I like totals and things like that, but I don't get as many props. I do get props down there, so that part's not.
Why don't you get offshore books then when you're down there?
I can do that.
Yeah. I actually want to get into offshore books, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to.
Well, some of the regulations will be very interesting if people start to go to offshore books, especially with what's happening in Illinois,
where we're going to end up paying the tax and juice.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. That sucks. And
because
Illinois ain't going to be the only state either.
Yeah. Once Illinois says yes, other states go, oh, here's a way for us to get free money. We've already legalized it. Let's tax it. And here it is. There's going to be the tax. We need a college football guy that actually posts plays. I do post plays. We're
going to go a different direction this year.
I thought Coop was the college football guy. So last year, I kind of, for all intents and purposes, I walked a little bit on eggshells.
Wow.
Because I was hired as this, so I was trying to just do this. And then I would occasionally throw in other things that I like.
I didn't even know we hired you.
Okay. Yeah. Appreciate that, since you're the one who gave me the offer. So, yes.
I did.
Yes.
I know. I'm fucking with you.
I know. So, yeah. So, I was trying to mind there. And, yeah, that's Keg's thing, too. So, I let that kind of go. So, yeah. But, yeah, I definitely – I think there'll be some changes I hear, and there'll be some things that are
Do you remember – I'm going to go totally different direction now.
Yep.
What did the Clippers give OKC for Paul George?
SGA, some first-round draft picks.
SGA, Gallinari.
Most of the team there.
Trey Mann, Jalen Williams, a 23 swap, a 24 first-round pick. We got a 25 swap, a first-round pick next year, and a 26 first round. Paul George is not that good.
Correct. They made most of their roster from that trade.
That was an all-time bad trade. Like, that's going to go down as one of the worst in the history of the world. Just awful.
Wiggins just throws something out of his ass and it happens to go in.
Okay.
That was kind of an ugly shot. But yeah, it definitely was. But a lot of times you do that if you can get enough first-round picks, you should have a better player than the one guy that you traded. It's just really, yeah.
And maybe he doesn't. Maybe SGA doesn't turn into the MVP with the Clippers. Maybe he doesn't. But
because he doesn't get the minutes and the chance to grow. Yep.
Yeah, but still, like, that's just an all-time stinker with all the picks. Just horrible. Horrible. Does Paul George even have anything left in the tank?
No. I don't think he wants to.
Kawhi doesn't have anything left in the tank, probably. He might have another year.
Kawhi played really, really well.
Yeah, for how many games? He doesn't play that many games.
Yeah, I'm completely lost what I was trying to do. Sorry.
Okay.
I was trying to put the CFL game.
Okay. The parlay.
Yeah, because it starts here at 9:00. So just bear with me 1 second.
Take your time. That's fine.
One thing I do like about the CFL, you can watch all the games on CFL Live. So
it's free?
Yes.
Should bust out my old Edmonton Eskimos winter hat, which is actually now the Elks.
So if you go to CFL Plus, content's for free. You just give them your email address, or find some email address that you never ever look at, and just go, okay, yeah. Who's my favorite team? The Winnipeg Blue Bombers. That's
my favorite team was the Saskatchewan Roughriders because they were green, and my favorite color when I was little was green. What did I not tell, Mel? What did I not tell? Please tell me.
I think the only thing I think he's talking about is the Brianna Stewart.
No, I did not tell. I literally just got back and had no time to do anything. The only thing I'm on tonight is basketball. Nothing else.
Oh, okay. So CFL game is on CBS Sports Network. So
really?
It's available on it's most of the games are on CBS Sports.
Nice.
That's not CBS. That's the SBS.
Yeah, that's fine. You can actually get that channel though.
Yep. So Iowa gets the ball first, and it's zip to start the game.
How many teams are there? 8 still, or is there 10? How many teams? I'm going to try and name them too. Here's the team.
All right.
Does Vancouver have a team yet? No. Right?
No. Nope.
All right. So we got to go this way. Calgary Stampeders. Calgary. Yes. Edmonton Elks. Now they're the Elks.
Correct.
The Argonauts, the Alouettes. That's 4. Now what's the Ottawa team name?
They're playing right now. It starts with an R.
Rough Riders?
Nope. Long time ago.
What are they?
Red Blacks.
The Red Blacks. Were they ever the Rough Riders?
I think when you look through their history, at one point they were.
Winnipeg Blue Bombers.
Correct.
I think I'm missing one then. That's 7. What's the other 10? Let me see. Winnipeg, Calgary, Edmonton, Ottawa, Toronto, Montreal. So I only got 6.
You're missing Hamilton, BC, and Calgary.
That's Ontario, isn't it? Hamilton, Ontario. Yeah. And aren't they basically like Toronto? Like Hamilton is right near Toronto. Okay.
They're generally rivals. Yes.
Yep. Tomorrow, Aaron Ekblad over 1.5 block shots. All right, bet's going in right now.
All right, so before we lose our viewers, it's the BC Lions, it's the Calgary Stampeders, who are the worst team in the league this year.
What did I call them? The Stampede?
I didn't think you called Calgary. And then the Hamilton Ticats.
The Hamilton Ticat? Oh, they used to be the Hamilton Tigers.
Yes.
Why'd they change all the names up there? They just get bored? The Eskimos, I get. Okay.
Some of the stuff is strictly because of BSPC.
Well, Canada's communist. I mean, come on, dude. Great country, though. One of my favorite places. I mean, my favorite town in the world is just north of Vancouver. The Sea to Sky Highway is 10 out of 10. I took Casey there last year. Amazing place.
I like it.
Absolutely amazing.
So Drew Brown's on a nice drive here to start the game here. He was the old Winnipeg Blue Bombers backup quarterback, but he took the starting job last year, missed it. And this is where the tush push came from. We're off to a 3rd and 1.
So the tush push originated in Canada?
Well, because that's all they do.
You can't even invent a tush push anymore? That's where our country is?
3rd and 1, and they just bring in the bigger quarterback, and they run quarterback sneak with the running backs behind. So, I mean, this is really where every team watched them do it. They do it all throughout the CFL. You got to remember, CFL only has 3 downs. So 3rd and 1 means you're going to get this or not. So they bring in the backup quarterback, and this guy's an actual beast that comes through and led the league in touchdowns, rushing touchdowns last year by a quarterback. And he gets the first down without any issue whatsoever. And Dustin Crum, the old Kent State quarterback, comes out of the game because his job is done.
All right, I'm in, Mel. Aaron Ekblad block shots over 1.5. Plus, we got your Alcaraz play going on in the morning.
Yep.
Been waiting for that one. So wholesale changes here for the Pacers. And just to update you on the live lines, what I get on that? 220.5 on the total. The total is 225.5, and it's Thunder minus 13.5, up by 10. I kind of feel like the fourth quarter is just going to be a waste of time tonight.
Matherin has missed 2 shots, and by the way, we cashed Ben Shepherd.
Oh, good job.
Yep.
Good job. Ben Shepherd scores before Matherin.
Yes, Matherin's 0 for 2.
Okay.
Toppin is, like we talked about, going to play enough. He's going to have corner threes. He's 2 for 3 from 3. And if you look at the teams, that's really all they're scoring. You got Siakam 6 points, Turner 3 points, Halliburton 3 points, Nembhard 3 points. They all came on threes. Toppin 6 points came on a 3. Ben Shepherd just came on a 3. TJ McConnell's the only guy to score that, for the most part, really, that wasn't a 3. Him and Siakam. You go to the opposite side. J-Dub's having a terrible game. The only shot he's made was a 3. He's 1 of 5. Holmgren's got 4. SGA's got 12. Kason Wallace is out there to play defense, so he's doing that. Isaiah Hardenstein once again says, bet my unders. Kiss my ass. He's got.
I gotta say something that is not sports. I gotta bring this up. It's too crazy. The Elon Trump feud is just absolutely insane. Absolute insanity, man. Fucking crazy.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
You don't know? Yes, you do. You're playing dumb.
No, I don't watch the news. I don't.
He came out and blasted Trump. He said the bill is horrible and that the Epstein files have not been released because Trump's in it.
Okay.
Like, holy shit, man.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Just crazy. Panthers money line too tomorrow, Mel. Okay.
I do like the Panthers tomorrow.
Yeah. I might bet that tomorrow, see if I can get a boost somewhere. Because I'm not seeing any parlay boost. I don't want a fucking parlay boost.
Kenrich Williams taking shots here for
Kenrich, what are we doing? What are we doing here?
Halliburton wide open 3 again after Kenrich goes by, and now it's down to 6. This is OKC's clowning around. Yep.
Kegs made. It's the truth.
It's the truth.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, then nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to happen. It's just, to me, it's just absolutely wild. It's fucking crazy. Like the richest man in the world and the most powerful man in the world having a spat on Twitter. What the fuck?
That's why, I don't like watching any of that crap.
Yeah. I didn't either until it popped up in my feed today. I was like, holy shit. Are you kidding me? These two guys are doing this now? Take off, guys. Go
I'll give you something that's more scary, though.
Okay. What's more scary?
So CBS News, Morning News, had a AI thing last week.
Oh, man. That's scary.
So they ran some tests. Ottawa's on the board, 7-0. Touchdown, Red Blacks.
Oh, Rough Riders? Red Riders?
Red Blacks. That's not actually what we want. We want Saskatchewan to win this game.
So we don't want that.
We don't want Ottawa, but like I said, Dustin Crum, who led the CFL in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback, is scored again. They asked, so they ran, so a couple universities and stuff ran AI simulations. And in the AI simulations, after doing so many tasks, the AI was supposed to shut itself down. Like gave the code to shut itself down. Not only did the AI not shut itself down, it perversively changed the code. So in 25% of the test run, it changed the line to not shut itself down to go through. But that's not even the scary part.
What's the scary part?
In, I think it was 3 or 5 of the models, it actually sent fake emails to the engineer that wrote the code.
Cool.
Trying to get him fired.
Cool. No, we're fucked.
Which was the most craziest thing I've ever heard.
You want to know what's really funny? When I use Gemini or GPT, I always say thanks. I'm very, very nice to the AI because I'm telling you, you guys are going to yell at AI and they're going to come back fucking kill you. I, on the other hand, will survive as a slave to AI. I'm always nice to AI. Do not fuck with AI.
So there was a couple things where it was so much for AI to shut itself down or to say something there at the end, and so many times it just ran its own version. So it was basically like the AI. The whole bit was AI is already
smarter than us,
basically ignoring the instructions that we gave it.
Awesome. And we really have no redeeming qualities for AI. So
yeah, so Bob just took the 3, so he cashed his Ben Shepherd over.
Yeah, Bob. Way to go, Bobby.
Of course, we had 2.5 points, so it's the same thing.
Yeah.
So Caruso's got 7 points. It's a 6-point game. We do have more scoring that's picked up here so far because there you are going to have another game from WNBA. And there's a play I need to give you, and you need to write this down.
Okay, hold on. Let me get Sean's in-game plays. Let's go. What do we got?
We are taking Veronica Burton.
Veronica Burton?
Yep.
Okay. Sounds like an actress.
Over 9.5 points plus 100.
Over 9.5 points plus.
So she's playing about 28 minutes a game. She's averaging 13 points a game. You have some players who are out for the Mercury tonight. They do play a very good defense, but without the traditional starting players, she should be able to continue to get her points pretty well. I actually took her PRA as well, over 16.5.
She's in the Mercury? Phoenix? Is that Phoenix?
No, she is on Golden State.
Golden State.
Yes, the Valkyries.
Veronica Burton. They're not even offering her on DraftKings. That's wild.
No, and she's the starting 2 guard.
Why wouldn't they offer her? That doesn't make sense to me. By the way, did you see McConnell's sister I was telling you about last week?
No.
She signed with the WNBA and she's hot as fuck.
All right, so I got a player that's got to sign. So next year's WNBA draft, by the way, is basically going to be the South Carolina Gamecocks starting 5. Just to let you know, 4 of their starting 5 are going to be drafted in the top 10 picks.
Okay.
Go look up Chloe Kitts.
With a K?
Yeah. So Chloe.Kitts.
Huh?
Yeah, Chloe.Kitts.
Oh, wow.
That's her Instagram. Yeah.
And she's only 6'2".
Yep.
She's not like a giantess.
No.
I still think TJ McConnell's sister's hotter, though.
I'll have to look at TJ McConnell.
Yeah, you got to. Like she's stunning. Absolutely. She's really cute, is what I'll say. She's just really cute. Wow, this girl is hot. Kevin Durant's got to be all over that. Speaking of Kevin Durant, does he have anything left to help the Knicks if they trade for him?
The word is that the Spurs are getting there. So you see a lot of things that were posted around Twitter. That
he wants to play in San Antonio to finish his career.
Yeah.
Why
not? It's a pretty decent team.
All right. I mean, he did play in OKC and wanted out of there.
Well, my one question that was the one thought they said if OKC would have lost to Denver or Minnesota, that would have been the most smartest person to kind of go grab. Let's add that.
Yeah.
A real good scorer to this team who's got size, and that team would be unbeatable.
Okay.
Casey Wallace trying to bully up Aaron Naismith is not a good offensive plan.
You don't like that move.
No.
So Chet didn't doing shit. Chet's got 4 points and 2 rebounds.
Yeah.
We got let's see here. Caruso, Hartenstein each have 7. Jalen Williams has 5, 2, and 1. And on the other side, it's just balanced scoring again. So, has Siakam been on the bench this whole time since we talked about early?
Kind of looks that way. We cashed Kiki, WNBA. We did not cash Ionescu because we can't get 3 threes. She had 2 threes in the first quarter, and she's missed her last 8.
90% of you don't understand how funny this guy is. It's very dry. It's just very just little shots, just little nibbles, right? I told the guy to say WNBA when he's talking about WNBA plays because nobody knows what a fucking Kiki is. And then he does it, and he does it in the most condescending way possible, and I love it. I don't think anybody likes getting made fun of more than me. As long as it's not really personal, just busting balls, I fucking love it. I tell Casey all the time, I'm like, sweetie, just keep busting my balls. It makes me laugh so hard.
Yeah. Siakam scores. It's down to a 4-point game.
You can't be responsible for what other plays did I miss? I bet your Alcaraz parlay tomorrow. I bet your block shots. What else do I need to bet? I think I bet the Panthers money line. Didn't I bet the Panthers money line? So I bet a lot of your stuff. Do I take the puck line on top of it? Do I sprinkle on the puck line? I'm not sure.
All right. Lou Dort got his first 3.
All right. Where are we on the total? Let's go look at the total. Well, 220 and a half, right back to where I bet it. We need some threes to fall here.
We still don't have any pace. We don't. There's not a lot of pace. There's not a lot of fast breaks. It's really choppy. It's kind of just
It's not.
If you're OKC, you're not loving this because Indiana's just hanging around.
No, it's just both teams are playing ISO, right? Come down, chuck it up. Let's get SGA the ball so he can drive, shoot a shot in the paint, hit it, and that's all we got right now.
That was a foul on Caruso, right?
The Pacers win because they play team basketball. They're not playing team basketball tonight.
That was not a screen. That was Caruso, a pulling guard block there. Dort gets a steal. SGA confused on what to do. Sets it back up. We had Chet miss another 3. J-Dub gets away with a walk, and Dort hits his second 3. So there's your Dort over 1.5 threes.
Okay.
Both teams suck today. Yeah. Both teams suck today, but when you look up and you're like, they've scored 84 points. Shockingly, they scored 84 points. On pace for about 105, 106 for the first half. It's just right now you're playing with just so ragged. You have both teams shooting 37, 38% from 3. Pacers are shooting 42% from the field. OK shooting 35. Free throw line disparities only.
I got to go upstairs real quick. Just give me a minute.
Oh, no problem. More assists from the Pacers. 8 steals already for OKC. For 8 steals, you should be up more than 10 points. 3 blocks for the Pacers, 2 for OKC. 11 fouls called on the Pacers. And there. All right, the Mystics have cut this to 6, trying to make this a game. CFL, we've got a still 7-0 game right here. So getting through the first quarter, only with 7 points isn't too bad for our under. Last 2 minutes to go in the Liberty game. Let's see who's going to take the shot. Now we're going to fall down, and the answer is no one. Good defense by the Mystics here. We cashed the Kiki a long time ago. Sonia Citron's having a nice game. She's up to 12 points, 5 rebounds, 2 threes. Getting nothing from Sykes. Sykes, though, has scored the last couple points here. 17 and 9 from Kiki. That 20.5 PR, I bet you, is nowhere to be seen for the rest of the year. Yeah, OKC is just kind of clowning around. I quite frankly, and from what I see, I mean, Dort's probably the one guy as we kick around. Chet's not having a great game at all. He looks a little frustrated. The Yankees are up 4-0. Houston and Pittsburgh are still delayed at this point. I don't know why they haven't canceled this game. Texas is beating Tampa Bay. So what do we have live that we can look at this OKC game? Dort's probably up to 4 threes, or he's up to 5. plus 188 for 4. Halliburton already having 2 threes. He's minus 102 for 4. Yeah, Chet's screwing me on a bunch of books, even on the alt lines. Not doing that well. So we will see. Lots of game left. J-Dub is basically building a house. He's what, 2 for 10? One for 5. Feels like he's 2 for 10. SGA already has taken 15 shots. That's kind of surprising. I am surprising how much Mathurin came in, took his shots. He's back in again for the last 4 minutes. Let's see if they try to get him involved. All right. The Mystics and Liberty are playing to futility here. We have a shot clock violation, then we have a steal, and then we have a dribble out of bounds. So, the only thing the Liberty have successfully done in the last minute and a half was kill 45 seconds of the clock by just being inept.
Chet screwing you, Kegs made. Yeah. I think everybody's screwed. Caruso's had a good start. Shepard got his shit taken care of. Besides for that, I mean, Mather has just been invisible.
All right, last minute of the play here. You got the Liberty with the ball, WNBA. Up 4, under a minute. And
it
almost
feels like it should be more than a 20-point game or 10-point game, by the way. It feels like it should be a 20-point game.
Well, OKC has 8 steals. You would have thought that you scored off those 8 steals. All right, we go down to Stewie. Stewie takes a crap shot, but she's fouled. Let's see if she can just bring this home for the free throw line. Yeah, Center's been just taking 2-0 every single match. Has been great. I don't think it's going to be 2-0 next match, though. The first half over is dead. You're right, Bob. It is. But I think we're going to get close enough where the full game over is not dead.
We get to 100, we're in the mix, right?
Yeah. I got 84 right now, but we played a minute here, still at 84.
We get to 100, we'll be okay. We'll still be but we also got to hope there's not a blowout.
I mean, that's the one thing you look at. You like low key, Indiana's in it, and then next thing you look, it's like, oh, it's 13. How did it get to 13? It just felt like it's 4, and it was like, no, okay.
That's what I was just saying. Like, how was it 10? It felt like it was supposed to be 20.
Well, when you were away, we were discussing Lou Dort 4 threes. He just hit his 3rd. So again, like I said, that's all he does. He's got 9 points, 3 threes.
The total is down to 217.5.
Yeah, there's the 3. That's what you need right now.
I mean, after 2 threes, it's up to 218.5 now.
You got TJ McConnell firing threes. I'm not sure how many threes he made on the year.
Do it for your sister. Oh, we're back up to 220.5.
Yeah. Matherin's getting some minutes, but the boy's getting pulled quickly.
We're also at 11.5 with the Thunder, minus 11.5. So that's really
because you have so many points that like this is the pace that we wanted. Here, come down, score. Next team comes down, score. Next team comes down and score. Next team comes down and score.
Yep, that's what we want.
That's what you're looking for, and we haven't had it for the most part. There, Halliburton does have 3 assists.
Hold on, did Matherin score?
Nope, he's goose egged.
You son of a bitch.
Yes, he's goose egged. Not only that, he came in at the 4-minute mark and was out at the 2. So I was trying to figure out what that was. That was just weird. I mean, he's not in foul trouble. He's got 1 foul. Ben Shepard somehow is the guy who's in foul trouble. Ben Shepard has 3 fouls, the most fouls on the Pacers.
Coming up at halftime, we'll look at the live lines. We'll see if there's anything else we can get in on. This has been a pretty uneventful first half, but the fact that the Pacers are in striking distance is great news for them. Again, it feels like they should be down 20.
Yeah, it's a 12-point game. We get 102 points, 30 seconds to go. The SGA is hitting threes. It's generally not a good sign.
Let's go. Where's the total now? Total is back to. Oh, why am I on WNBA? Good Lord. Good Lord, Fox. You got me reading WNBA line. 221.5. And it's a 12-point lead. Yeah, I'm concerned about the blowout, though.
Yeah, I mean, 12 points isn't the blowout, but you can't have that lull from them.
No. Like they can't, if they have one stretch where they can't score for 5 minutes, or just, very much for 5 minutes, they're dead.
Yeah.
The Red Blacks. I see little Red Blacks, Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan's still the Rough Riders, right?
That is correct.
Okay, good. I didn't know they had Rough Riders up in Canada.
Yeah, it's still 7-0. The under looking fine. We do finally have Saskatchewan having a nice little drive here. Crossing midfield. You got to remember there's the 55-yard line in the CFL.
That's wild. Dude, Chet just looks like doo-doo tonight. He just missed another layup. He's either getting blocked or what is going on with him this evening? He does not look good.
He does not look good at all. Yep.
And they're still up by 12.
Yep.
Make it 14. Oh, he missed it at the buzzer. Okay. 57-4. So we did get it over 100. That's good. And the live total is 218.5. Thunder minus 13.5, minus 20. What else do we have here? Let's go look at some player points. So SGA's his player prop 35.5, minus 105 to the over. You might get a 34.5 somewhere else. Is it too much to ask that he scores 17 in the second half? Again, blowout. So that's the only way I wouldn't get there. Your boy TJ McConnell, 13.5. He needs 5 points in the second half. Can he get it? Or did he use up all his good mojo?
He needs 5 points to do what? You mean he needs 4 points. That's the kind of the one bet I say. It's 12.5 at plus 100.
Yeah, I got it 13.5. Okay, so it's 12.5. That's an interesting one. Jalen Williams has 7. His prop is 17.5.
Yeah, and he's a guy that's played well. But again, I mean, I would be looking more at the Pacers guys for the most part, unless you want to get on the Lou Dort.
Got 6. His prop is 10.5.
Yeah, I'm kind of shocked at there. I mean, Hallie's got 6 points, all threes. Siakam's got 8. That's kind of been a little bit more shocking to me.
Does Dort hit 2 more threes at plus 150?
I've already got the 4 in pocket, so I'm not going to play it, but you're welcome to. He's going to attempt probably 3 or 4 more shots. I would probably think he's got a chance. All right, so the Liberty win by 8. Ines goes 3 for 17 when she hit her first 2 threes in the game, 2 for 3 to start the game in the first quarter. She actually does absolutely nothing. Jonquel Jones only plays 6 minutes. She obviously comes out pretty easy. Kiki completely destroys her points and rebounds. That'll be the last time we see 20.5, probably 23.5 going forward as she becomes the leading Rookie of the Year candidate in the W. I think over Paige Beckers. Citron has a nice game at 13-5. Austin has a good game off the bench. So does Melbourne. But they come up short. The Liberty win it. They do not cover. And we move on to the second game. So the Astros Pirates are sometime going to play a bit.
Yeah, they took the tarp off. So that's good. That's just about it for baseball. Like,
my question is, have they changed the pitcher?
What do you mean? Did they take Framber out? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because a lot of times these guys are warmed up before the game. No. And if they truly get warmed up, they change the pitcher.
They're not burning Framber's start tonight. It's not happening. That's not happening. I have not seen that happen. He's a good pitcher this year too. He's really good.
He's a real good pitcher. There's some things I like to get if he's actually going to play. I'm just trying to confirm that he will actually pitch.
He's pitching. I bet you has a couple walks though. His walk prop is 1.5. I mean, hopefully he comes out, man. Now you got me all worried.
Well, it happens all the time in rain delays. They just change the pitcher because if he went through any type of warm up, they don't like to then warm him down, cool him down, then start him back up.
I know.
Now, if they knew this game was going to be and he didn't have any warm up, that was perfectly fine.
So, yeah, I mean it was raining. We'll see. We'll see. I'm looking it up. I don't see anything on Framber right now. They got a decent rotation now, though. They've got Framber, Hunter Brown, and McCullers looks like he's turning the corner. So they got 3 guys that can pitch in Houston.
Yes.
Let's see here. Let's go to some Pirates beat reporters.
I had a very nice quarter. Brazil never scores, by the way.
Brazil.
Argentina has already scored.
Let's see here. All right. So, anyways, let's go back to the.
Yeah. So, are you guys like breaking out your Colorado playoff tickets here? I mean, you're 3-0 to start the month of June.
The Rockies.
Yes.
That's not good, man. I know the schedule gets harder, but boy, that's not good.
That's not what you wanted to start. I thought Miami wanted to see 1, and I'm like, come on, you're not that bad.
Yeah, the Marlins just suck ass too is the problem. But the schedule is getting tougher. I feel like they can just back into another 6 wins, 7 wins. But
you say that, but again, they're not very good.
Yeah. See, I got in at 8.5 instead of 9.5. I got in at 8.5 plus money.
They won their first game last in May, and then still only won 4 games left. This was the one winnable series when you looked at their record. Maybe there's another series where you can win 1, but the Royals are playing pretty well, especially lately.
All right, basketball question. How many turnovers did the Pacers have in the first half? Take a guess.
Well, you have 8 steals for OKC.
Don't look. How many turnovers?
All right, well, if you have 8 steals, I'm going to go with 11.
19. They turned the ball over 19 times, and they're not losing by 30. They're only losing by 12. How do you turn the ball over 19 times? Get Kendrick Perkins out. The NBA on ESPN. Thank God Shaq and Barkley are going to save this thing. Fucking got to listen to Kendrick Perkins, idiot.
Yeah.
Jokic sucks.
You sound like you don't like it because he doesn't like Jokic.
No, I just don't like him. I don't like him because I got into a big spat with him on Twitter on my old account.
Okay.
That's why. Right. He decided to get personal and call me a short white guy. And I was like, I mean, I used to be 5'9.5". Now I'm 5'8". So I guess I am kind of like short.
Okay. So you wondered essentially if you were short or that the fact you were white. One of those 2 options were.
Yeah, he was going to get at least one right? So, I don't even know what that argument was about either, but whatever.
SGA only has 1 assist.
Yeah. I mean, is that something we want to look at here? That he can be a facilitator or no?
No.
By the way, TJ McConnell is the freaking leading scorer for the Pacers. This is a mess.
Well, it's what I said. I said, TJ McConnell, I don't think he looks like he's going to be able to score. And I said, watch, he has 17, and he's trying to have 17 in the first half. So, yeah.
I got a cool story. NBA story. So my guy, Ben Standig, he's a really good reporter in DC. He's been doing this for a long time. He goes, the Washington Bullets proposed a deal with the Denver Nuggets that would have sent Jeff Malone and Jay Vincent for Lafayette Lever, Danny Shays, and Washington would have gotten the pick that they could have gotten Reggie Miller with, and Washington backed out. Ugh. Horrible organization. Horrible organization. Their hockey team's been great because they drafted the best player of his generation, but maybe Crosby. You can make the argument, whatever. But that, like, just bad ownership there. Leonsis did a great job with the Caps, but Washington is the laughing stock of the NBA. Name a worse organization over the last, 40 years than the Wizards / Bullets. Who? I mean, you can't even say that about the Kings because they were pretty good for a while. Horrible. Absolutely horrible. They've lost 6. They have a 443 lifetime win percentage. There's only 5 teams worse. Grizzlies, Hornets, Clippers, Nets, T-Wolves. All right, so maybe the Hornets have been worse. Maybe the Clippers, but at least the Clippers had a couple runs in them. It's bad, man. Bye, Foxy. Later, dude. Halliburton might be calling SGA his daddy this series. I think that's absolutely. Mel, Fox, the alt spread of 23.5 have a chance. Mel, if the Pacers turn the ball over 19 more times in the second half, then yeah, they got a chance. They played as bad as they could, and the Thunder just let them stay around. Halftime total is still sitting at 220.5. That's what I got in at. Now it moved from Thunder minus 13.5 to Thunder minus 14.5. The only thing of that 23.5 is they could back into that, but the Thunder are just such a better team. Such a better team. Is top to bottom. I don't understand how the Pacers are winning more than a game. And the only reason they would do that is if OKC got cocky, kind of like they did at the beginning of this game where they were cruising. They weren't doing too much. And then, oh, hold on a second. They tied us. Now we got to get going.
Yep.
It's bad. Did you see Mel's thing here? You may have seen it. She said
she said the 23.5. I mean, is it a chance? Yeah, it's got a chance. But I mean, I kind of would like them up 16 or 17 at 23.5. I gave minus 15. I didn't really give whatever.
The Pacers are 8-1 to win. In order for me to bet this, it would have to be at least
12, 14 to 1.
That's what I was about to say.
One of the biggest bets I had, and me and Pretzel talked about this there, was OKC to win game 1, then win the rest of the series. I don't know. I know people were betting the minus 700. I'm like, why? Just win them to win game 1 and then win the series. Because the only way they were going to win the series is if they won game 1.
Yeah.
So we have a 7-7 game in the Ottawa Red Blacks versus Saskatchewan Rough Riders.
CFL.
So remember, we're on the under in this, so 14 points, not too bad. Second quarter just started. We're sitting on the right side of that. We'll see how this drive goes here.
Boy. Oh, they did a stat correction. It's only 18 turnovers now. Cool. Nope, 19. Some places have 19 turnovers. Some places have 18 turnovers. Make up your mind, NBA. OKC plus 18 in field goal attempts over Indiana at halftime. They have 18 more field goal attempts and 19 turnovers. And their opponent has 19 turnovers. They're only down by 12. The Pacers should be down by 20.
They should be. That's the one thing you look up at this game. Make 100% clear that the Pacers should be down by more. That you look up and you're like, why aren't they getting a gold right here? I mean, that's the one question from if you're the Pacers when you went back to the locker room. You said, I don't mind where we're at. we're playing not really good basketball, and we're turning the ball over like crazy. And we're
the Thunder is shooting 20 for 54. That's not good.
No, and they're showing some struggles in some various different ways. But again, if your idea in the second half is for TJ McConnell to be your leading scorer, that's not happening again.
No. It's a bad scene. But again, I mean, in order for the Pacers to legitimately win this thing, they're just going to have to. First of all, you can't turn the ball over. Second of all, they're just going to have to drain threes, tons of threes.
I mean, in some ways, yes. I think they've got to play. I still think their best bet is to try to get them into foul trouble, and I don't think they've done a very.
There's no foul trouble yet. Yeah, they've taken Chet out of the game. Chet might have taken himself out of the game. Chet's got 4 and 3s, 1 of 6 from the field.
Yeah,
just 12 minutes too. He sat.
So here's the one thing I was saying. If you were talking the SGA bet, bet, if you were going to take, and the one thing I did not see until after the game is if you were taking SGA to score. In order to take the quarter, you have to get him to score 10 points in the quarter. But the play that I kind of like is Jalen Williams, because he's done this plenty of times where he hasn't scored, and they've come out and just kind of let him play. And you can get him to score 6 points at plus 198.
Are you betting that?
I took it for a half unit, yes.
Personal play or actual play?
We can call it a actual play. I'm fine.
All right. So what is it again?
J-Dub to score 6 points in the third quarter. Plus 198.
Is that with a Y or just an L? Jalen.
Jalen.
Yeah. Jalen Williams, 6+ points in the third quarter.
Yep. Plus 198.
Plus 198.
What is the third quarter line, too? Third quarter is only minus 1.5.
I don't think I'm going to get this bet in now because they're about to start. Come on, let me get the bet in.
Hold 1 second. I'll be right back.
Okay, that's fine. I really want to get this bet in. Come on, you bastards. Quarter points, third quarter points. Nope. I am not going to get this bet in, and it's going to cash. I'm telling you right now. That sucks. Live quarter specials. Nope. Quarters. Nope. Third quarter. Yeah, I can't. I'm not going to get in on this son of a bitch. This is going to hit too. That's going to tilt me so much. Fourth quarter leading scorer. This is an interesting one, Fox. Oh, he's out again. Yeah, the Astros Pirates starts at 10 Eastern. Well, isn't it? It's almost 10 Eastern already. I'm so glad I don't live out in Eastern time anymore. Just shit's so late. I don't know how I made it through the 86 playoffs being 12 years old and staying up every night till like midnight. Like kids just have no shot of watching this stuff. None at all. Passing out. All right, 14-point lead now. Miles Turner getting points now. All right, so we got to see if Framber's coming. I have Framber's coming out. He's got to. Come on. How about McTaggart? That might be good. Pacers are coming out with pace, man. There's no doubt about it. The Pacers are coming out and playing here. Pushing the pace. That's good for our total. All right, you got any questions, bets, throw them in there. Kegs made. Shy Gilgeous Alexander's going for 40. Well, his halftime prop was 35.5. Are you betting that Kegs made? His live player prop right now is 37.5 even money. So you're really not even getting a good number on 40, are you? Probably 130 for 40 points. Let me see what they're offering at DK. 450 for 40, 150 for 40 points. That's not awful. Not the worst thing. Smash the like button if you haven't already. You want to check us out, come on over to our YouTube channel. If you're watching on X right now, Nuke The House YouTube channel. Turn your notifications on. You'll know when we're on. Clippers reportedly, come on, this has got to be a joke. Yeah, he is. Come on, stop posting this NBA Centel stuff in the chat, guys. That's just stupid.
Yeah, his stuff is just
stop it. Stop posting
that. Real. It's a parody account. It even says,
please stop putting that. Whoever's putting that shit in the Discord, stop it. It's stupid.
All right, so you're 48.61 SGA with another 3.
Yeah, Kegs made. It's like he's hitting for 40, and we just talked about it, and we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going with that, you might as well just take the 10 points in the third quarter, because that's the only way that's happening.
That's how he gets there, right? Yeah. So apparently the halftime show they're not big fans of. It's a lot of Kendrick Perkins is a jackass.
Well,
I'm glad I'm not watching that.
It's already known, so
yeah. But I'm glad I'm not watching. I'd rather be talking about it than listen to that punk. All right, I'm not even putting the antenna in. I expect this to be an ass whooping of colossal proportions. Mel was saying 23.5 still in play. I think it is.
I think it is.
Pacers will make a run, but I just don't see it, man. Yeah, they are. They're straight struggling.
Yeah, but this is what the Pacers do. Pacers want you to start running up and down because this is when they started to hit some threes.
Well, that's going to help the over. We want the over.
And they get a little bit of advantage. And I think that times teams don't realize, hey, because we scored. Hey, we scored. Yeah, guess what? This is the point where 3 is better than 2. Okay, there's 2 points from J-Dub. There we go.
Yeah. Of course, I missed that bet because I was putting it in. Son of a bitch.
You can still put it in live.
It's not 6 anymore.
It's not anymore because you just scored.
I know.
And well, actually, it might be because it's it's plus 400 right now
to get to 6.
Yes.
Are you double dipping?
Now plus 205. Yes.
You're double dipping on that.
I don't understand why it went to plus 400. Did they not see him score? Or they basically
apparently.
But it's a 12-point game. The pace has been picking up, which I really like from that over.
Yeah, me too. But Matherin's dead.
I don't think it's dead. I really don't. I think they're going to have to bring him on, and he's going to have to figure out what he wants to do. But I don't think it's dead because it's only 2 threes. It's 2 threes in a basket. I think the Pacers are looking for someone to be able to score right now. I mean, your guy is Siakam with 11 points. Halliburton at 6 points is not going to do it.
So we got fourth quarter props up at DK.
Yeah, but that's really risky.
Yeah, with a blowout possibly. Yeah, it's 12.
I don't think it's a blowout. I really don't think we're going to get a blowout the way the Pacers are playing this. Right now, you're just exchanging baskets.
Yep.
I mean, Kayson Wallace has 4 points this
Great for our total, buddy. Let's go. Although it's down to 216.5.
Correct.
The hell is this total down?
Because you're still under 24 points in the first 6 minutes.
There's 4 for J.
You're only at 20 right now.
4 for J. Will.
That was case on Wallace.
That was case on Wallace?
Yes.
What did Williams have at half?
6.
He's got 9 now.
Thought he had 6. Let me see. I'm looking at this. Unless there was a free throw I missed. So the first basket was Shea 2. J-Dub missed a 3. Shea got 2. Case on Wallace got a 2. J-Dub got the alley-oop.
By the way, Framber's starting.
J-Dub missed a 2. Okay. All right. From that, cool. Let me see if I can go find one I want.
I mean, even if he wasn't going to start, they would still they'd refund you the bet if he didn't.
Didn't unless you took Houston for the reason Framber starting.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not going to get the bet I want if the game actually is starting. I thought it was still rainbow. I got an opening double by Houston.
Yeah, it just started. Yeah, Jeremy Pena, who's been on freaking fire. That
team that's just hanging around. They're just, we're going to get there. We're going to make the playoffs. We're not going to be the best team. Wait for our guys to get healthy.
It's their pitching. Like now that McCullers is pitching well, you got Brown and Framber having great seasons.
Yep.
They could do some damage. I'm just not. They got to do something about their offense. It's just Jordan's got to come back first of all.
Jordan's been terrible,
and they need another bat.
He's
hurt, man. He's always hurt.
6 home runs right now for the year. You can't have that.
It's like his body's 45 years old. He's probably 3 or 4 years older than he actually is because he's Cuban, right?
Yeah. Boy, did they put that in a number that no one wants to bet. They put that at 18.5. Ugh, that is an ugly number.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted 17.5 outs recorded.
I would think that he'll get that.
He's gone through the 7th in his last 2 starts.
Dude, Braves fans are just losing their shit right now. So today, the Diamondbacks scored 7 in the top of the 9th. Their win probability was literally 0.1% today. 0.1. Yeah. And the Braves are just like, get Snitker out of there, right? And I think they've lost, 11 of 14? Like the Braves have just gone back into sync mode. They cannot get anything going. It's amazing. And that was a colossal collapse. Yeah. I watched the first couple innings of that game. I'm like, okay. And I came back. By the time I looked at my phone again, it was 10-4 in the top of the 9th. And I look at the phone. Holy shit, it's 11-10. Diamondbacks scored 7 in the top of the 9th.
Yeah, I was pissed. I wanted to get on the over, but I missed it. And then I got to the second inning. It was only 1-0. I was like, well, maybe it's good that I missed it. Then we got to the third inning, and it was still 1-0. I was like, oh, okay, I'm good. And then the bottom of the third erupted for 5 runs, and I was like, shit, I missed the over.
Could you imagine a back in the Braves and losing that way?
Yeah, I mean, again, I still think once they get Acuna back, they're going to be a different team.
I mean, he's back.
Well, yeah, but he's not back.
Yeah, good day today.
I guess he had his first home run today.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that makes their offense so much better, and they can score. They just need pitching, and you got to look at their roster and try to see the guys that there besides Chris Sale and besides Strider. The rest of the guys are not playing. Smith Shawers went on the DL. That's probably a help for them. It'll be interesting to see if Bryce Elder comes back to form. He was a guy who once was considered a high-end prospect. We'll see if there. So we did get a touchdown by the Rough Riders, and we're up to 7.
Don't look now, but the Pacers just hanging around. Nope, there's a 3. They're down by 13 now. That was quick. SGA's got 23-3-2. Dort's got 12-4-1. He just hit his 4-3 of the game. Congrats there.
It would help if they keep passing to Mathurin. He's standing uncovered in the middle of the paint. So Obi Toppin hits a 3 anyway.
The total's still at 220.5. Doesn't want to move. They don't want to move it. 11-point game. It really would be awesome if Mathurin would score, though.
Another 3 for Dort. It would be awesome if Mathurin could hit a 3 here and he gets there. So you have Obi Toppin wide open, standing in the corner, and then
now we're going. Now we're going, Foxy. We're back up to 222.5 on the total.
Well, because we're now at 35 points for the quarter, right underneath.
Nobody's playing defense. Nemhard just got to the rack with nothing.
Yeah, and then SGA goes. Chet gets to the easy dunk, and
I mean, why can't we just get Mathurin involved? I guess he's 0 for 2. He's just had an idea. He's got to be a minus, being out big minus, I should say.
He is, but they keep putting him right there at the free throw line, uncovered, and they won't pass him the ball, and it was driving me nuts. I don't know what Obi Toppin there is. Is like, of all the players, you're worried about Lou Dort driving around you than closing out on the 3?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll say this. The Pacers done a better job holding on to the ball. They had 19 first half turnovers. They only have 2 in the third quarter, first 7 minutes. So Rick Carlisle almost said, hey, guys, get your shit together. It's enough already.
We got a Halliburton floater here, and it's an 11-point game.
Yeah, total's going up. Total's going up. I need 220.5 to the over, and then in that parlay, I think I had 225.
What a terrible offensive rebound.
This has not been a good game.
It worked, but it got lucky. Come on, J-Dub. Mathurin blocks him. Right. And Mathurin finally does something, just blocks him on the apex.
Oh, good job. Good job, Mathurin. Now go score.
Hey, look, we got a Halliburton trigger.
That's a really nice block, by the way.
It was.
That was very athletic. I thought Mathurin would be better, to be perfectly honest with you. I thought he'd be a better player at this point in his career.
Well, I don't think he's been given the time.
He's so
athletic.
Like, who's the top 5 most athletic players in the NBA right now?
Well, there are a ton of guys who are explosive leapers. Mm-hmm. So if you want to talk size and strength, it's probably Obi Toppin's up there. Oh, come on. They're going to sit J-Dub. J-Dub's took 5 shots this quarter, and he only hit 1. You got to be kidding me. Halliburton kicks out to Obi Toppin because all of a sudden Obi Toppin thinks he's a tremendous scorer. That's another miss.
Yeah, this is. So now Toppin's throwing up bricks. I mean, it's an 11-point game still. The Pacers,
the Pacers want to run. Hey, they actually passed it to Mathurin for a second. And
then it just
let's go stand in the corner. There's nobody who's going to guard the corner 3. Great play.
It was a great block by Mathurin, but
that's what they could do with Toppin. Post Toppin up versus Caruso and say, okay, yes, you do very well versus tall guys, but I can leap out of the building, and you're not getting that. And I don't know what Thomas Bryant was doing at all.
What'd you say the third quarter spread was? Thunder minus 1.5?
Yeah, I took that.
I mean,
it's gonna be close.
See what SGA just did. Oh my God!
It doesn't count though. It's on the floor.
Yeah, it's still beautiful, but yeah, it doesn't count. Now, did you place a bet on Framber tonight? By the way.
Yeah, I took a small quarter bet on over 18.5 outs.
Well, just recorded a strikeout.
Ben Rice is on my fantasy team. Did he have a nice day today? I have not looked. So, yes, I like Ben Rice. He's one of the reasons I gave up Christian Walker in a trade this week.
Yeah, Rice went 0 for 4 today.
Because I wanted to acquire Bubba Chandler.
He's a really good player, Rice. He's come back down to earth recently, but, I mean, he had gotten off to such a hot start. Caruso.
Well, if you're going to give me a guy who's going to bat in the top 4 of that Yankee lineup, I don't care who it is. As long as he makes contact, he's going to get stats. Great steal. Yeah. Can't get it.
Well, that's what I get for putting an NFL unit size in here.
Gerardo, I like Sato at 20 points. I like her rebounds. We talked about Veronica Burden, 10 points we like. I liked her PRA at 16.5. I took Saloon and Thornton to score 10 points. I lean the Valkyries +6, but I think the Mercury win the game.
Okay.
WNBA.
Lou Dort can't. Lou Dort can't miss, buddy. 5 of 8 from 3.
Yeah, he cashed that 4. And
I mean, he did. I mean, he did miss, but he's at 5 of 8. My God. Yeah. They tried to make Oklahoma City look nice in the little shot there pulling out. There's no way to make Oklahoma City look nice. It's a horrible place. Horrible place.
You can't say it's a horrible place.
Horrible place. Like if you're an NBA player, that's the last place you want to play is OKC.
Not if you build a dynasty there.
Yeah, but as far as like a city to live in,
but you're not really hounded. You can live your life.
It's between that and Sacramento.
If your goal was to go clubbing every night, yeah, it's probably not the place you want to be. But I don't know. There are things for small markets. I always root for small market teams.
Yeah, but I've been to OKC and it's just not a good place.
I've never been to OKC, so I couldn't say.
Yeah, you're not missing anything. Flat, hot, humid, cold, windy. People act like they're in the 1800s still. I mean, I'm conservative, and that place makes me look like a commie.
What do you mean by they act like the 1800s?
There's a lot of.
They're not watching the lesbian love story. Is that what you're telling me?
They don't watch. I mean, I'm sure they watch porn, but yeah, they're probably not watching that.
It's just country porn. Is that all?
I think there's a lot of like second cousin marriages.
Hold on. Gnarly 1-0 Texas Tech.
That's got to be softball.
College baseball doesn't start till tomorrow.
It's softball. I think they have a championship or something. Is that what it is, Gnarly?
So let's talk about that. It's got to be softball. I don't know what else
we're talking about. Softball. Thank you, Thunder Pacers. That's where we are.
So, I will say we could talk college baseball. We could also talk racing. So, got the Belmont this week. You hate horse racing, so you're not going to.
You know what? I am not betting next week. It's my wedding week. We will not have any phones for 2 days.
My wife has asked me where we're going because we cannot bet. And she's like, so are you just not going to look at anything? I said, I have to look.
So you're going somewhere you can't bet?
Correct.
Is it in the country or out of the country?
In the country.
Okay. That narrows it down. Well, California would be one place, but you could illegally bet. All right. So California.
You could always illegally bet.
So California, let's see, where else would you take her? I think you're going to California.
Okay. I will tell you when I arrive back.
I think you're going to California. I think you're taking her to the Catalina wine mixer.
Okay.
I, on the other hand, next month, I'm going to Jackson Hole, Wyoming. You can bet. Our company is based in Wyoming. Our LLC is Wyoming.
Oh, are we that stupid address that I approve every month in Wyoming?
You have to approve something?
Well, okay. So there's a lot of people set up their company in Wyoming and set up their company in Delaware.
Tax purposes.
Right, for tax purposes, yes.
I got to go check out our P.O. box.
There is a very known address that literally just has thousands of companies all with that same address. All that guy does is just register places.
Brilliant.
So I always look at that with a grain of salt when I see where it is. That's not
absolutely.
That's not in your favor when I look and say, oh, okay, so you really don't have an office. You're just at a.
It's only our PO box is 2 hours from my house, 2.5 hours from my house. So I think I gotta go. I think I gotta go to our PO box.
Siakam for 3, really.
But like Cheyenne, Wyoming, really flat. Dirt.
Last 6 minutes here, no one scored.
What's your favorite city in America?
Well, I can't answer the one question. I can't say kid because that's the security question on some of my things. So I will not answer that.
You're not going to answer your favorite city?
My favorite city? That's a tough one.
My favorite place is Whidbey Island, Washington State.
I would probably say my favorite city is Miami.
Oh, you can have Miami. I you know what I'm starting to learn? There's not a lot of places that I like that I want to be at. Colorado's perfect. Washington State, amazing. California's gone completely nuts. Arizona's too hot. Don't go to the East Coast. Chicago's too cold. I think I'm in the only place I like. That or Washington State, and you cannot bet in Washington State.
Hey, Mathurin gets the line here. We finally get the chance to get some points.
Are you going to take her to Portland, Oregon to hang with Antifa? Is that what you're going to do? That'd be a good one. Hey, hon.
I've never been to Portland, Oregon.
It was a beautiful place. Portland was one of my favorite places when I was growing up, and I lived out in Seattle, and I worked there on the weekends doing play-by-play of football. But
Boulder's nice.
Oregon's gorgeous.
Yeah. Never been up to Oregon, never been up to Washington, but before I go there, I'd go to Vancouver.
Boulder is not, but see, Boulder's okay. Boulder's okay. I like where I am more south of the city, closer to Colorado Springs.
Been to Colorado Springs. My father was there, stationed there for a while.
Yeah. I still have not been up to the top of Pikes Peak. One of the kids got scared, didn't want to take the train to the top. I was like, fuck it, I'm out a whole bunch of money. All right, where are we with the live total now? Oof. We can't.
Well, we've had 5 minutes of no scoring.
12.5. Oh.
Yeah, 5 minutes of no scoring. They're not even going to get points this quarter. Mathurin got fouled, but really, if you look at the replay, this is probably going to be overturned. So this is probably not even going to be a chance to get.
All right, fuck that. Dunsky.
You keep saying Dunsky.
Been in Oregon most of my life. It's been ruined by the liberals. A shithole just like California. What about Bend, though? Bend's gorgeous. And that's in the central part of the state, right?
I'm in the wrist. Yeah. All right, so Matt,
Oregon. Just stay out of a big city.
I don't know why Matherin's having a conversation with Hardenstein. No point at whatsoever, but at least he's on the board.
I mean, they're staying in this. This is amazing. I'm proud of them. To hang around between 10, 11, 12, 13 points.
This is what they do. They've done this the entire season.
Are they coming back against this defense? Are they going to start just chucking threes and hitting them?
They don't have to. They're waiting for OKC to go cold, which they kind of have. They're going to win the third quarter.
Ben got ruined.
Chip it away.
A little bummed that Ben got ruined. It's probably because everybody that moved out there during the pandemic. That's what happened.
Yeah. So Matherin's got 2.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if it gets him going.
All right. Hey, we're on the board.
Again, he only needs 7.5. It's not like we need 100 shots here.
Who won the in-season tournament this year? I don't even remember.
Boston?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I know it was not the Lakers. So we get Thomas Bryant hitting a 3. So this is kind of what they've done. The OKC has hit a 2 and then come back with hit a 3. All right, we got 46 seconds to go in the second quarter here. We got a 14-7 game. The Rough Riders are in field goal range, though, so we should get some points here.
CFL. It was the Milwaukee Bucks beating the OKC Thunder 97-81.
Okay.
So
that's good. But they can hold up a banner.
Yeah. Raise the banner before you trade Giannis.
Yeah, no foul. Give it to Matherin. Let's go. Let's get to work here, Math.
Lots of Matherin. How about 2 threes from Matherin? We're not getting any threes from Matherin.
Well, they're holding off for the last shot. You're going to get a Pascal Siakam 3.
We got a 6-point game, man. Wow.
They're just hanging around.
This is insane. All right, 9 points.
Yeah, that's what we wanted. That was big. That was absolutely massive for there. That's 59 points for the quarter.
That was big for the total. Total's back up to 217.5. All right, we'll see what we get. So a 9-point lead, 85-76. It hasn't been a fun game to watch personally, but I mean, we're closer than I thought.
Well, yeah, it's closer. It's not like an 18, 20-point lead here that we're just like, oh, they're just dominating them.
SGA's got 28.
Yeah, he's taking like 100 shots.
Yeah, well, 26.
Yeah, he's taking an absolute 100 shots.
He shot 79 shots, 79 to 59.
J-Dub's 3 for 12.
32 for 79. That's a full game's worth of shots.
Jort's got 15. Chet is under 10. Casey Wallace, we talked about, is never there to score.
No.
That's the question of how you beat OKC is the others don't come around.
So the spread's still 10 and is back to 10.5.
Oh, Zandel got the start tonight. I didn't even look at that. Zandel Sini. She's one of my favorite players. WNBA.
SGA's live prop is 36.5. And the reason why it's 36.5 is what? He's going to the bench soon. Is that why?
Yeah, yes. Yeah, I gave you the Milwaukee to win that tournament. Yes.
Is SGA getting 12 points in the fourth? No, because he's got to sit, right?
Yeah. The only problem is
40 plus 180.
He is all over the usage. So from a usage perspective, he's taking 4 shots to everybody else is taking 1. That's the one question there. By the way, Burton's got 8 points in the first quarter. Did you actually take it or no?
WNBA?
Yes.
No. I did not bet any WNBA. I told you the only thing I'm betting tonight is the NBA. I put a couple of NHL plays in from Mel.
Yep.
You may have given me something else going for. I can't remember what it was, but
Obi Toppin hit his 8.5 points. Duke Dort hit his 4 threes. Kiki got her 20.5. Sabrina did not get her threes. That's just sucked. John Quell gets hurt right in the middle of the game, first quarter, and everything went to shit after that.
Everything went to shit.
I hate injuries.
I mean, that's the big thing in the NFL. There's so many injuries. Like, unless you're betting unders, there's such an advantage to the book.
Yeah. Hardenstein sold everybody's PRA unders, points unders, rebounds unders, and said, take that. So we're at 161 points right now. It's going to be tough to get the 223. J-Dub's got 8 in rebounds assist. SGA's got 7. Naismith's got 2 threes. Dort's got 2 threes. I need one more 3 from J-Dub to cash the parlay. Ron Perkins kicking ass. I need Matherin.
Somebody just sent out breaking news. The Steelers signed Aaron Rodgers. Like, you're about 8 hours late, guys.
Yeah, it's not really breaking, but okay.
Halliburton years ago.
10.5 assists.
I mean, how about SGA being at the line 2 times tonight? My sense is he gets to the line a lot more in the fourth.
Well, they're doing a pretty good job of backing off, so he's not really fouled.
Yeah.
All right, so we get that field goal that we talked about, 24 points in the first half, but we got a Saskatchewan Rough Riders 10-point lead at the half.
CFL. Do you watch Love Island? Is that what you watch?
Not really. I have watched it before with my daughter, but other than that, no. Okay. We kind of made fun of it, so.
Okay. Well, that's why you watch those shitty shows.
A lot of times I do to have conversations with my daughter, yes.
Yeah, to make fun of it.
Besides sports, yeah. Like I said, if you like the show All American, if you like kind of those teen, older kind of drama, well, not really drama, but I guess it's drama type shows with some kind of theme. Motorheads on Amazon was pretty good. I enjoyed that.
What's that about?
It's about this family that gets displaced. The father stole a lot of money, and they're kind of trying to live in the team. And it's kind of like a little bit kind of like Fast and the Furious. They're into auto race, drag racing and street racing.
Okay.
It stars a couple of the guys from One Tree Hill and some other things, and some of the young kids that have been in different things.
Here's another one. Did you like the Penguin? Did you like the Penguin on I didn't even know that was Colin Farrell until the show was over.
I thought they did a really good job. I thought the ending was good. Definitely kind of caught you saying, but the only problem it was a very likable character, similar to your Last of Us thing. So didn't kind of see that coming around, but I thought I really like Sophia. Who there we go, Matherin inside. Get fouled. Let's go to the.
Oh, come on, Betty. We're not dead yet. He's teasing us.
I would have rather had the and one. He missed the layup, but yeah, he had a really good shot. But I think, oh, come on. You missed the free throw. Come on. You can't miss free throws. They're free. As our great friend Sean Shorkey used to say, they're free. You can't miss free throws.
I don't know Sean Shorkey. Sorry, buddy.
You don't. It's way, way, way to the past.
Do I want to know Sean Shorkey?
No, Sean was a good guy.
Did you know Maxwell Smart?
I did.
I loved that guy. He was fucking nuts. I think he's back in prison, but he was a fun guy.
Yeah. Other than that, he's great.
You did not like. I think I'm the only one that liked him.
He's not my cup of tea. What he's
liked him.
Talk about is not my thing. Did he know college basketball? Yes. Did he have a pretty good handle of being able to make bets on college basketball?
He was your type of volume, and I think cocaine helped him get there.
Did his conversations relate to 100 different things that I didn't want to talk about? Yes.
Okay.
We get TJ McConnell gets the foul here. Aaron Wiggins.
I really think he's back in prison, which sucks.
Yeah. So
I think Jewish guys do well in prison.
Not with his size.
He's like 5'3".
Yeah, he's not holding his own here.
Yeah, the last thing I see from him was 4 years ago. That's it.
I'm trying to figure out what Indiana's doing here. Aaron Wiggins misses the free throw.
Boy, I hope he's alive.
He's a Canadian.
So what does that mean?
He's Canadian.
He's Canadian. What does that mean?
Nothing. I'm just saying he's Canadian. Come on, Matt.
Is he a scammer or a fraudster? I don't think he was a scammer or a fraudster. He got into a fight, and that's how he ended up.
Matt has got 5. Let's go, Matt. 1-3. 1-3, buddy. This is what I thought you were going to be decided to take on. Oh, crap. He just broke his shoulder.
Huh?
Hardenstein just separated him. His arm is hanging down.
Matherin?
Yep.
All right, well,
he's holding his elbows down on the ground. He's
Great.
holding the elbow.
Great.
Oh, there he goes. Makes it.
He's not dead.
Now he made a basketball move. Yep.
Maybe he's playing possum.
PJ McConnell tried to get him, and instead he gets a steal and said there was a shot clock violation. Or
Matherin's fine. He was playing possum.
Dude, he said they're holding his elbow the whole time.
He's fine. Total possum play. Canada has softer prisons. I don't ever want to I don't want to be close to freaking prison, man. That'd be the worst. I'd just kill myself where I went in. I wouldn't make it. I wouldn't make it. That'd be the end of me. It was a good life. It was a good run.
All right. TJ McConnell. Siakam, Matherin's wide open for the corner. He gets the offensive rebound and he misses. And we stay with the ball.
How much is he going to play? What's he got? Another 2-3 minutes?
About a minute, probably, based on
it's in and out, too. Come on, Benny. Give him a chance. He's actually had a lot of chances.
It is interesting they're putting Caruso on him. He's actually got a nice move there that he made out there. That's a terrible pass.
Yeah, we got a 15-point game.
That is an absolute terrible pass that you just gave him a dunk on the other end.
23 turnovers for the Pacers. That's only 4 so far in the second half, though.
That was just a dreadful of an inbound pass.
Did Williams get his 6 points in the quarter?
No, he got 2. He missed 1 of 4.
And now he's scoring like a mofo? He just scored 6?
He's got 4 in the fourth quarter.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. And everybody, I mean, the chalk bets are just hitting tonight big time. Because I was reading all that stuff. A lot of unders on Halliburton. SGA to score the first point cashed.
Oh, the 3-point chuckers in the game for WNBA.
I mean, this is amazing. Let's see. Let me see this real quick. So, again, the most bet prop tonight. SGA to score the first field goal, plus 525. Hit. Halliburton, under 9.5 assists. He's got 5. That's going to cash. Siakam, under 19.5 points. Ooh, that's a sweat. He's got 16. Halliburton, under 17.5 points. Going to hit.
Yeah.
Halliburton, under 31.5 PRA. Where's Halliburton on PRA?
He's at 12.
23.
He's at 12.
Halliburton?
Oh, Halliburton has 23. Yeah, that's going to be
so 4 of the 5 bets, the most bet player props, the chalk is going to hit tonight. Not a good night to be a chalk better.
Oh, they're not calling it. Sandal. Come on, Sandal.
Is that WNBA?
Yep. Cecilia Zandalsini.
Huh?
Cecilia Zandalsini.
Where's she from? Italy?
Yes.
Like she's legit Italian, straight up Italian?
Yeah. She's got a nice game. She's got a Diana Taurasi type low-key game.
A great name.
Yeah.
Great name.
She's a do-everything player. I really think she's going to strive here in Golden State because she's going to have the chances to be the man.
What are you doing tonight after the show?
Gorgeous pass. Me?
Yeah.
Depending upon what time we end. We ended at 11. Probably a game of NCAA 25.
Okay.
I'm in the University of Miami's Dynasty. I think we're in the year 2054.
Okay. Are you dead yet?
No, we're not dead yet.
No, you personally, are you dead in 2054? You don't even be 80. You should be alive. You know what? We're all going to be dead. AI is going to kill us all.
I actually always thought that I wouldn't live that long. So
yeah, I didn't think I'd make it to 50, to be perfectly honest with you.
I had a thing at 60, so that was kind of my thought process. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just a feeling I've always had. With Halliburton, if you expect them to lose, then he goes under 10 every time. I mean, their ability to take away assists and his ability to really have to score because nobody else is really scoring. I mean, Siakam's having a much better game than I thought he was. 7 rebounds is really nice for Siakam. again, but OKC is having some issues rebounding the basketball. Miles Turner has 8 rebounds. He's played a little bit more than I thought he would.
Just real quick. The Thunder kind of pulled away a little bit with SGI on the bench, didn't they? Because they're up 15. When he went to the bench, they started going up.
I mean, they've had two. You had a breakaway dunk that just happened because of a really, really poor entry pass. And again, it's the scoring has been Mathurin to get to the line.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, Mathurin is out of the game.
You know, I'm a big fan of Kegs Made. 1 second talking about soft prisons. Tell me I'd be a good wife. And then with Halliburton, if you expect them to lose, then he goes straight to Halliburton. It's wonderful. Love it.
How this
Kegs Made in the chat, though? I don't see Kegs Made in the chat. Do you?
I don't know. Who
are you, Kegs Made, in the Discord?
I don't think he's in the Discord.
Oh, he's not a member?
I don't believe so.
Okay. Did you use your free
Dallas Stars are still cupless in this century? Yes.
So the CFL is older than the NFL, isn't it? I think it is. I think the CFL's been older than the NFL. Didn't we just have the 100th year?
NFL because they go through the NFL in like 100 years.
Canadian football, 1861. NFL 1920.
With those rules?
They officially say it's 112 years old, but which is still older than the NFL. But Canada's been playing football for a hell of a long time.
Yep.
The Toronto Argonauts, the oldest professional sports team in North America, 1873. I did not know that.
Oh, what a play there by Caruso. He got absolutely obliterated by Obi Toppin.
What's the path to getting Mathurin back in this game?
A blowout.
He'll come back in the blowout. I have not looked at the total. If I had to set the total right now, probably.
I think he does because I think there's a part where you have to sit there and say, we need scoring.
222.5 is the live total.
Is an ability to be able to get his own shot. So, like, Naismith has played so well and he plays defensively, they're not going to pull him. So the idea would be for them to pull Turner and bring in. The only question is Obi Toppin's played so well. I think he may probably get the extra time. But if they want to save somebody and just say, we're going to the game too, I think you need OKC up by 20. And Toppin still thinks he's making threes, and he is. 14. Obi having a very nice game. But I think he's going to play a lot this game. Series. I really think he's just going to be his athleticism going to play. But to do so, I'm surprised it's Miles Turner on the floor and not Pascal Siakam. And then try to go small. Nemhard.
We were talking about AI earlier. So Amazon is going to start using robots to deliver packages in a lot of places. They're going to test it out. What's happening if you're standing at your door and you see a fucking robot give you the box?
Well, the low call, you already have in Tampa and other places. You have Chick-fil-A drones that drop off your food. So if you ever had that, that's kind of a funky thing to watch. But a lot of people like Tesla stock to I think not financial advice, not just an opinion.
We got an 8.2
to possibly double or to rise. I forgot the number they looked. It was about 100 points from where it was. Strongly off. They believe in year 2029 is going to be Tesla taxis.
They got those down in Phoenix when I went to go see my sister.
Correct. They're already in small markets right now, but there's a lot of other places they believe. Again, they don't have to pay the taxi driver. They're just paying the gas and the car. They're going to be able to outbid Uber, everybody else for your ability. And one of those ride-sharing companies are going to sign them.
No one's going to have jobs.
So they don't have to pay them. So
what are people going to have to do? Seriously. Play basketball?
I learned how to fix robots.
That's the only thing. The AI will fix it. Get a robot to fix it. By the way, live total 222.5. It's an 8-point game. Thunder minus 9.5. I mean, here we go again.
Well,
down 50 a share because he got in an argument with Trump.
Correct. That's what it is. But if you look at the underlying side, their ability of Tesla taxis should be a massive earnings revenue for them. And then their third division, which is individual robots.
All right. If you were a robot, tell me, do we take the Thunder minus 9.5, or are the Pacers really going to do this again? They are 6-1 money.
I already have the Thunder minus 9.5, so I'm not playing anything.
I'm just saying your opinion.
I think the Thunder win this game, and I think they cover the 9.5.
Okay.
The way I think they don't cover the 9.5 is last minute the Pacers hit 2 threes. 4-1 Texas Tech. Gnarly is big into the softball game.
If you're watching baseball, Isaac Paredes just hit a home run. It's the Astros won, the Pirates won, and the fourth. I can't imagine there's more than 1,000 people in the stands right there.
Well, did you see the Marlins set a record?
For the fewest people actually in seats?
It will never be broken.
Well, it was like 5,000. They counted all of the season tickets that they ran through.
They had 194.
Someone counted?
The announced attendance was 100.
No, because the announced attendance is always at least 5,000 because the season tickets.
Just go back and go. I got to Google it, but the announced attendance that I saw for the Marlins versus the Colorado Rockies was 194.
Okay.
I'll try to confirm it real quick.
Yeah, you'll never get the real number because they always count tickets sold, not people in the place. Now, I will say this. I have, when I was living in Atlanta, when I was little, I lived there for a little bit. I went to Fulton County Stadium for an Expos Braves game, and we counted, and we came up with between 650 and 750. Neither one of us could point out every single one of them.
Go look at the photo on June 3rd, 2020.
Dude, I know nobody goes there, but they're not going to announce 194 people. They're not going to do it.
They announced 5,894.
Yeah, see?
That's what they announced. Yes.
So there's probably 5,700 no-shows.
Go look at the photo and then bring up the photo on
it probably was also right at first pitch. Like some people come in a little bit later. But yeah, it's an absolute embarrassment.
Yeah.
Absolute embarrassment. Miami, outside of the two minor league stadiums, Miami has the smallest crowd, 11,600.
So yeah, it was just an absolute. You watch there, you're lucky to see 100 people.
The craziest thing is that the Rockies are 16th in the majors with 27.6, and it's been cold, so people haven't even been going yet.
Yep.
If you have not been to Coors, it is the greatest singles bar in America.
Here comes the barrage.
The barrage from the Thunder?
The Pacers' ability to hit threes at the end of the game.
No. Get Matherin back in there. Can we backdoor Matherin? I mean, here they come, man. The Pacers down 7. How is this possible? How is this happening?
Well, the question is at one point, and I'm kicking myself for saying it because I've already hit it once, but at what point do we go grab Obi Toppin again?
At what point do we back OKC if you're not in on the side at 7.5?
Okay, I didn't know you weren't in the side at 7.5. But Obi Toppin has a line of 18.5.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got 17. All he's shooting is threes. You could take his 20 at plus 920. Now it's gone now.
You going to bet it?
Well, I was trying to. Then they just figured out that they left that shit open.
Yeah, that was bad by them.
Yeah.
So let's see here. Toppin is grayed out at 18.5.
Because they were basically saying it's 18.5 on FanDuel, but it's juiced at minus 136. That's
18.5 plus It's not plus.
It's not plus. That's why I wanted the 20. And then they says, "Oh shit, he's not coming."
It's down to 4. What is going on here? This is insane.
SGA is close. SGA kind of pushes Nemhard here on the shoulder, and I don't know why. I mean, he got a little frustrated, but dude, can't do that.
No.
And I mean, SGA to score probably 35. So this is a chance to get 30. I mean, this is the one thing again. OKC, if they can't make shots, SGA's ability to draw fouls.
Yeah, he's just going to the line.
He's just going to come down here and pull fouls. But the one thing in this game, there's 6 minutes. I kind of wondering what about our over here. We're at 225.5 right now. 5.
Yeah. Good.
The thing I was worrying about is what's SGA's number?
I'm going to hit, if that cashes, I'm going to hit my one live bet. I'm going to be very happy about that.
Yeah. So SGA's got 30. So I know a lot of people had OKC 30 and OKC to win. Golden State's down 2, WNBA.
That's never going to get old.
You told me I have to say WNBA.
I know, and I'm saying, and legitimately, that is never going to get old. I think it's funny.
No. Yeah. We've got the third quarter starting with the Rough Riders getting the ball first.
People think I'm always a smartass, but it's just the way I sound. It's just not true.
Well, 4-point game. J-Dub gets fouled. Shocking. Another foul call.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what it is just a parade to the free throw line for the Thunder here, which is great for our over. No time comes off the clock, and just keep down. We're up to 226.
I think that the Orlando Magic need to change their name to the Lightning, because the Magic ain't getting it done for them. They went to one final with Shaq, and they got swept. They've never won a finals game, if I'm correct.
So you want to change the name to the Lightning?
Yeah, because there's the Magic Kingdom's fucking Disney's the worst, man. It's just a horrible place. When I took the kid there, she's like, "Oh yeah, let's go back to Universal."
Well, my kids really wanted to go, but they were not a fan of Universal. But they were younger. We walked around and my daughter walked around and got autographs from.
I loved Universal. I had a blast there.
J-Dub, another miss.
All right, let's go Thunder. What up, Chris
Halliburton
Warren?
Cuts it down.
Chris Warren just throwing all caps LFGs in here.
Well, you gotta get. I mean, it's down to 4.
Hit the like button. Let's go.
4.5 live. That's the total. That's your line.
I mean,
this would.
What happens if the Pacers just defy all logic and end up winning this game?
Chet misses a layup. Doesn't get it called. Thought he had a layup. Oh, there's some things I got to play around with here.
This is why I always joked, if you don't need to watch an NBA game, you just watch the last 2 minutes, but the last 5 minutes of this one, pretty good.
Miles Turner for 3. Brick. Should have been Obi Toppin.
Should have been. They should bring Matherin back in. Dude, nobody was within 10 feet of him on that shot.
Yep.
Miles Turner. He's having a good game, though.
All right. Wallman, Darnell Norris. 2 block shots, minus 108. We're rolling with that again. Trying to see if I want to take this. OKC's minus 1,400. Why is it minus 1,400? Because Halliburton missed another shot. The good news is J-Dub's getting some rebounds.
Some dipshit out there bet that.
It's down to now 7.5.
Yeah, here come the Thunder. Probably should have taken it at 4.5. Yeah. This is going to be the SGA show now. So
SGA's got 32.
6-point game. He's going back to the line.
Jay Will's got 17, by the way. So we got that 16.5 you talked about at halftime.
Good. Caruso with 11-6.
Homer
has been a bust tonight, 6-6. Let's talk about him real quick going forward in the series. This is an aberration, right? Or is
he's taking 9 shots, which is what you want to see. He's just
7.
not going to go 2 for 9. Correct. He's not going to go 2 for 9. And you've seen some of the shots he's missed have been layups that have rolled out. Just had a layup that rolled out there. He's being able to get to the cup. He's just not finishing, which is what he's got to be able to.
Yeah.
Live totals 223.
Oh, that's going to be a sweat now. What do you got? 222.5?
Yep.
I got 220.5 and 225 in that part. Yeah, the parlay is probably dead though. Let me go see where we are on that.
I'm trying to give you SGA to score 41 points.
Yeah. What's that number?
Plus 200.
How many threes does Dort have?
Dort's been stuck on 5.
Oh, so he's got. So hold on. Does Jalen Williams have 4 assists? Dude, here's the deal. So I hit. This was the 4-1. So I needed Dort did 2 threes. He did it. Jalen Williams 4 assists. He did it. Now I got over 225.5 and minus 7.5 to hit this one. Free bet, but it would be nice to hit it.
Siakam just throws it up. What a rebound.
The total is going to be the one that's going to be tough to hit now.
Well, if they keep getting fouled, I mean, that's the one question. I mean, they're getting fouled every 10 seconds.
I'll just be happy to hit the live one. The live line is 221.5 now. And now the side is 8.5, 7.5, 8.5, depending on where you shop. So it's down to 4.5, now 7.5, 8.5. And the Astros just put up 3 with the bottom of their order. Ooh, Jacob Melton knocking in a couple with a single. And Cam Smith.
He missed them both.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the Pacers had their run, man. It looks like OKC withstood it. Who the hell knows, though? Again, the Pacers could play.
I mean, it is kind of funny that Pacers might lose this game by 8 or even not cover, and 4 of their starters pretty much almost had a double-double. Halliburton's got 12, 10, and 6.
Yep.
Turner's got 15 and 9. Naismith has got 7 and 9. Siakam's got 16 and 9. I mean, you're getting great games out of those guys, and you're going to be losing by 7. I mean, the turnovers is similar to what the Minnesota's issue was. Better. Saskatchewan scored 2. They're up 24-7. So
did we need Saskatchewan?
Yeah, that's the first leg of the
CFL.
Yeah, Montreal's tomorrow.
So I did not know this about the softball, but this girl Mia Scott has been playing with a torn ACL. I mean,
I'm going to refer to DB Gnarly. I couldn't tell you at all.
DB, I just looked at her. She was trending, so I'm like, "Who the hell is Mia Scott?" And then I saw it. So Gnarly Mia Scott, way to go, bro.
That's the way to get on the floor there, SGA.
And then there's another Mia Scott who's part of the Real Glam House.
But here's my question.
Is that AI?
I would question this because he has the ball here. This is a self-pass.
Yeah.
This is essentially a self-pass. That's not a dribble. And then he's the first person to go get it. How is that not a self-pass? I mean, he's going to go get 2 more points, and he's got 34 points now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, which is good for a point. We're at 207. We're at 210.
All right, so we got a shot. We got a shot to get to 2. I mean, the 220.5 I'm feeling good about. Let's get to 225.
There's the corner three. They do not cover the corner three. No idea why.
The problem is we're probably not going to get fouls in the last minute if it's a 12-point game.
It's a 6.
Here we go. Now it's a 6-point game. I just saw him hit the 3.
Jada misses the 3.
Oh, see, Gnarly knows. Gnarly's like, yeah, that's correct, dude.
Yeah.
Come on. Let's get to 225.
Yeah, someone's got to get the defensive rebound. It's a 4-point game because Nembhard gets a step back 3 in your face.
These guys, man.
113 points.
I mean, how many of those bets that we got are going to sink if OKC loses this?
Oh, if OKC loses this, I'm absolutely pissed. You're just beyond pissed.
3 points?
I'll be off for a week.
I'm literally gone for a week, so that's fine. Now, I do have 4-0 and 4-1, so they didn't have to win the first game of the series. This should not be this close. 5-point game now.
It is a 5-point game because they missed their opportunity to cut it to 1.
I mean, they got such a you got to hit that layup, man. That probably was a foul too. It looked like there was a lot of body.
It looked like it was a foul. And see, this is what I was saying. Sometimes you play good defense. The Pacers definitely don't quit. And that's their whole thing before, where Cleveland and the Knicks were tired. OKC doesn't really look tired. That's great defense. That's great defense by Lou Dort.
Kegsmade, was that you that said SGA was getting a 40? I think at the time it was plus 140. I look back, it was plus 180. He's got 38. What up, fathead?
Does he have 38? I thought it 38.
You know what? That wasn't a foul. He went straight up.
He went straight up. Yeah, it was a beautiful play.
It was good.
But Nembhard gets fouled, and he's going to cut this to a 3-point game with 1:22.
That's insane.
Oh, look at the little kids playing in the WNBA game. The little girl scores. She's got to be about 2 feet tall.
I'd rather watch little kids play basketball than the WNBA without Caitlin Clark.
Well, the funniest thing is when they bring out these little kids, they make them run the full court of the league. And so most of the time, as soon as they run it 3 times, they look at each other and go, that's it. I'm done. Only like 3 other girls are going to run back. The other ones are just going to sit on the other side of the court if they pass me the ball.
How is this a 1-possession game? How is this game a 1-possession game?
It's a 3-point game. It's a 1-point game.
Oh my God. I should have hooked up my antenna. I thought this would be a blowout by now.
The team of destiny.
The team, I just, come on. 4 times they got to do this against these guys?
The team of destiny.
I just don't know how this is happening.
We are at 219, by the way, too.
Yeah, we are. Come on. Uh-oh. Got 3-point game with 22 seconds left. All right. 1-point game. Oh my God.
I don't know. I don't know how that's not a foul.
I think I got to put you on mute because this thing could come down to the last second. Is there a timeout on the floor?
They've got to challenge this. He pushes him out of bounds. I mean, this is Siakam has it. There's a push here.
Take the Thunder by 30 in game 2, says Mel. Fathead, I don't care if it's the Pacers. It's also OKC. I mean, but this is wow.
This is amazing. It's amazing that you get down to the end of the game again and you just can't.
No, I'm saying it's amazing. I kind of want to start rooting for the Pacers in this series because I like OKC. I mean, I got the money on the 4-0 and the 4-1, but this has been a remarkable performance. Hey, let's just stay within 11 points and then make our run in the last 5 minutes.
Let's just say I haven't had a great NBA playoffs, and I did something that would get me even. So this is not good for me at all.
What?
In any way, shape, function, or form. With the amount that I have on OKC.
No, okay. Well,
you
might not be taking your wife to Catalina. You might be taking her to West Virginia.
This is
dreadful.
This is dreadful.
Yeah. Yeah, good news, sweetie. We're still going on vacation. I won't be betting. Bad news is we're going to West Virginia.
Well, I haven't told her where we're going, so
and that's a good thing. Yeah, just wanted a little outdoors. Let's go rafting. Do you like rafting? I love whitewater rafting.
I love rafting.
One of my favorite things. I finally got my daughter to do it last year. That was a blast. We're going to do it again next week. Yeah. I know they've done it all playoffs, kegs made, but they hadn't played the Thunder, so they did it again today.
Correct, but what they've done is been able to wear teams down, and really they haven't worn the Thunder down. I mean, the Thunder base exchange baskets. The difference was you missed free throws and you basically hit threes when the Thunder were hitting twos.
So we're going to get a lot of fouls here, unless the Pacers take.
I mean, if I'm the Pacers, I hold this down to 20.
It's 22 seconds. Like if
I take the last shot, I either win or lose in this one.
They have the ball.
They should have the ball. They should have free throws. To be honest with you, this could be OKC down 1 because this is a foul.
That'd be great. Oh, this total is just hanging fruit right now.
Oh, they didn't give him a foul?
No, they didn't. So they're gonna. Well, yeah, they might take it down.
Foul. That should have been a loose ball foul.
Oh, not in OKC. I guess they didn't want to riot.
Yeah,
that is called in Indiana. That's called.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm shocked it wasn't called a review.
All right, I'm going on mute.
Fine. Does SGA draw a foul here? That's the one question. Great defense. Terrible shot. Oh, you got to be kidding me. They did it again. You go.
Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? I mean, how much time are they going to put back on the clock? This Halliburton, man. This is just, there's no reason that the Pacers should be in this game. OKC is just shit the bed.
It's Team of Destiny.
I'm still not ready to say Team of Destiny.
They won all their games in an unbelievable fashion.
That's it. It's over.
And it's going to be maybe 0.4.
No, it's over. They got it as a final.
They don't. It's not.
It can't be a final. What are they? How much time?
It's under. It's 0.3, 0.4. It's not a final.
So that's enough for a catch and shoot.
It's enough for a catch and shoot.
I mean, wow.
3 wins by trailing by 7+ in the final minutes.
I mean, this is just it's jaw dropping, and it was not a good game until about 7 minutes left.
No.
And now it turns out to be one of the great NBA finishes. I mean, he didn't do the choke thing, though. This is nuts, man. All right, I'm going back to mute. Are they about to inbound it?
Yeah, they're about to.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. We get a Holmgren dunk here to win the game. And now you got the Pacers timeout, so nothing's happening.
Timeout. Okay. Oh, remember we were making fun of that? They were only giving us 8-1 on the money line. We wanted 12.
Yep.
This is insane. So again, change of vacation plans unless there's a huge 3 here for Fox.
It's not yet. I've got plenty of other ways to make it up.
Going from Catalina Island to Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Oh, it's just
going to the heart of coal country.
Yep.
taking his wife to the Anisham National Battlefield.
Antietam. You got to remember.
Excuse me.
That's Pennsylvania, but yeah.
I mean, you guys will enjoy that.
Yeah.
I think it might even be free.
Yeah.
All right, back to mute.
Oh. All right, we're going to run a play, and we got a team of not shooters, and we're probably going to end up with like Caruso shooting a shot here. Oh, here you go. 0.3. Terrible pass. They went for the lob.
All right, boys.
Pacers at 6, fathead. It's not Pacers.
I'll see you in a week and a half. Foxy's got you with Ramon next week. Thanks everybody for hanging out with us tonight. We appreciate it. Foxy, always good to see you, pal.